we can see who's out there and do some other stuff. Make sure that sound's coming through, etc., etc., etc. No, you don't have to. Hey, I can hear myself. Woohoo! That's all that matters. I can hear me. Sweet. Nice. So you can do everything on the iPad, and then on the phone you just can pinch and zoom. All right. So that looks like we're okay. Oh, what happened? I'm just looking. It's like all of a sudden everything went quiet on my. Hey, Snake. Yeah, I am going to. I can't really tell if you guys would just get a sound check so Snake or somebody out there can let us know because I hear you on Discord. Yeah, definitely on Discord, but I just want to make sure that all the players can be heard out in. Oh, you know what? I don't think it is. Hang on. I think I turned it off. Yeah, there we go. Now you guys should be coming through. I had it turned off for a second so it wouldn't be echoing back to me. So, yeah. So now everybody else go ahead and give sound checks just to make sure because now you guys should be able to be
Check
heard.
one. Check one.
Check.
Hub is in the house.
Hi to the millions and millions of Mulgars fans out there. Hi to the
A quick
millions
brown
and
fox running
millions
over
of
the
millions.
lazy dog's back.
I don't think that's the right phrase, but close enough. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can never like get to figure out why player sound is so low.
100% Snake.
I'm gonna bump up the audio output capture just to see, but we'll get that figured out in a minute. Let's launch this bad boy and kick off tonight's episode of Age of Worms. Sense.
Mission 16, 3 Faces of Evil.
By 3, I'm at 4, 5, 6.
Obviously, somebody has not been paying attention to the game at all.
Me no understand.
Has nothing to do with being a barbarian, has everything to be doing with a Deglin.
And of course, all the little dicey dice are like off the bottom of the screen.
Hello, hello, hello. Good night or good evening, everybody. Appreciate everybody showing up tonight on time or early, as the case may be, for tonight's episode of Agora Quest, our Age of Worms campaign, as we continue to roll on through at the speed of the fastest snail on the planet, as we work slowly but surely through the campaign. Age of Worms, if you don't know, you don't know. If you do know, you do know. It doesn't matter. Just hang out with us for the next couple of years and you'll be able to figure out exactly what we're talking about. I'm Sean, your host. Appreciate you guys being with us tonight. If you're new here, welcome. Old hands, always welcome back. Give a quick shout out to Agerson for his continued streak of subscription to the channel, which I have no doubt in my mind probably comes through his Amazon Prime account.
Actually, no.
No, really? What?
Yeah.
You actually pay for this? Dude, what is wrong with you? You actually pay for all of this?
It's the sickness.
Have you not been on this game for 4 years now and you're still subscribing? I like it. I appreciate it, man. That is dedication, love, or just a complete laziness on not wanting to manage your subscription. But I don't care. We will take it. We will take it. I appreciate it. But yes, welcome everybody. Don't forget, as you watch the stream, you earn tokens. You can trade those tokens in for Nat 1s and Nat 20s for your favorite player or DM. But before we get into all of that nonsense, the standard housekeeping stuff, don't forget we're here every Monday, 7:30 to 11-ish Eastern Standard Time. If you like 5e games, we just kicked off our 5th edition Savage Tide campaign. Session 1 was just this previous Friday. That game runs every other Friday, so I encourage you to come check it out. If you've never done Savage Tide or seen the Savage Tide campaign, it is an excellent one. Both of these campaigns, Age of Worms and Savage Tide, both came out in Dungeon Magazine back in the day. Age of Worms came first, Savage Tide immediately thereafter. And if you caught session 1, you heard me give a little background detail about how the party that's in that Savage Tide campaign actually was in the city when Age of Worms went down in the jungle regions and stuff. So anyway, go check it out. I think it was a nice paced, slow start. And it got the players to do a little bit of role playing and stuff like that. So I thought it was a pretty decent little session. Not a bunch of action, but there was action in some sense. But it was kind of cool. So anyway, go check it out. The VOD posted. Took me a while to do it. I tried. I don't know if anybody's had any issues exporting from Twitch over to YouTube, but I usually do it right after the game. You know, I'll go through, make sure everything's good. I'll post it over to YouTube. I went back like the next day or a day and a half later, and it was still pending. I'm like, what the hell? So I went and redid it again, and it went right away. So it was late for those that wanted to watch it. I apologize. It took an extra day to get out there, but it is there. Both session 0 and session 1. Go check it out. This tonight is session 16. If you've missed any of our sessions for this campaign, they're all out on YouTube. So go check them all out, and you can see what Agerson and I were joking about as far as this being a shit show. Why would you want to continue to subscribe? But I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. Anyway, as I said previously, as you watch the campaign or watch the game, or the more you interact and the more you do, the faster you earn tokens, and those can be traded in for Nat 1s and Nat 20s for our players. Because they did not have a chance to use them, currently Hub and Mulgar, you still have Nat 20s available carried over from last stream. So if it becomes necessary on a Nat that you need something today, just be aware that Mulgar and Hub, you both have Nat 20s available. Also, if you want to help support the stream, for every 100 bits that you cheer, you can grant a +1 to your favorite player or DM. And because you're spending real money, real world money to help support us and doing so, those do carry over from stream to stream. And so the players can stock those up, and what they can do then is they can use those points to adjust any dice roll up or down as long as they have enough points to do so. Currently, Biamba has +5, Hub, you have +2, Mulgar has +3, Renoir, you have +1. Not that it matters, because Renoir never rolls high enough to be able to use points because he's never close enough to use his points. So that +1 will probably just sit there for the rest of the campaign, but that's okay.
Well, if you give me 19 points, I'll be good.
Not if you get a -1 in a roll and you hit a 0. Just saying. I don't know what to tell you, but anyway, bottom line is, we definitely appreciate all the love that you guys show, and in doing so, you can help the players along the way. Additionally, if you want to help support stream, obviously we love subscriptions. Every dime that you guys spend to help support the stream goes back into the campaign in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's hosting services, content, Patreons, all that other good stuff, definitely goes to good use, and we really, really appreciate it. But most definitely, if you want to donate, hit the tip jar, man. You don't have to worry about recurring subscriptions. Go out there, drop a $10, $20 tip, whatever. It's a one-time thing. And the best part about it, and I will shout this from the mountaintops until the day I stop streaming on Twitch. Twitch doesn't get their grubby little fingers on it. So instead of Twitch taking 50% of your subscription for themselves and giving us the other half, everything that you donate in a tip jar goes to the content provider, with the exception of a processing fee, and that goes to the processor, whether PayPal, credit card processor, depending upon how the channel has it set up. I personally have it set up through PayPal, but I think you do credit card, but it goes through PayPal to me anyway. Bottom line is, there's only a small little cut taken out of it, and I absolutely love the tip jar. So whether it's us or your favorite content provider, if they have a tip jar, I encourage you to use that, unless you're like, Agerson, and you're just too lazy to change your subscription. Then subscribe to us, set it and forget it, and come back once a month and see how many months you've been subscribing. So we definitely appreciate all of that. Last but not least, don't forget, man, if you like Greyhawk like we do, check out the Greyhawk Creatives team page. That's twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. Go check them out. You can see all the different content providers that fall under that umbrella. A lot of them may not be specific Greyhawk. Like, we're just a game group. We just get together and we do, game stuff. Other people do other things, whether it's painting, art, Anna Meyer and her map making, Jay, Lord Kazumba, who does not only the game stuff, first edition game stuff, but he also has a lot of movers and shakers in the world of RPG stuff that are on his talks. So we don't do all that. I'm just small scale here. So, but a lot of that content on there may be stuff you like, man. So go check them out. If you subscribe to them, you find them, let them know where you came from, so that they know that the team page is actually working. And last but not least, I guess for the second time, check out just hit our ! Socials, man. That'll tell you every place you can get our content, whether it's over on X, which I really very rarely use. I really need to get more involved with X when it comes to this channel to let people know. Maybe more people will find us, because as much as we love our core audience that's here every week, man, it's always nice to kind of grow. So let your friends, family members know, man, if they have nothing better to do on a Monday night now that football season is out. You can definitely check us out and come watch this, because where else would you rather be? But anyway, all those places you can see, ! Socials, if I can spell right. ! Socials will show you all that. It'll show you our YouTube channel, our Discord, all that good stuff, man. Come check us out, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And yeah, so we are currently involved in our Age of Worms campaign. Our party, having sort of figured out what was going with the Whispering Cairn, then discovered that there was some shenanigans potentially going on in Diamond Lake itself. They found the necromancer previously that they ran out of town had been hired by Balabar Smenk, who is one of the top mine magnates here in town. And so he mentioned that Balabar found some pretty disturbing things going on in some of the mines beneath Diamond Lake, and in particular the Dourstone Mines. Now, Dourstone Mines are named after Ragmolin Dourstone, a dwarf who hails from the Graysmere clan or the Graysmere region, which is a dwarf region of mountains to the south and east of the free city of Greyhawk. Rumor has it that he was kicked out of that place or whatever, but he found himself here in Diamond Lake, started his mine community, started buying up other mines, and so became one of the more profitable and powerful guys in town. He is a pretty big rival of Balabar Smank, but apparently somehow Ragmolin talked Balabar Smank into helping him with something going on that he had, and Balabar, as I said, was rumored to have seen some pretty heinous things going on in the mines, or at least things that really concerned and worried him. And so he sort of sent for this necromancer to come help him out, and the party, as I said, ran the necromancer out of town. Last session, they had a quick word with Mr. Smank, and that went probably as you could imagine. But the party has now decided that they are going to delve into the Dourstone Mines. So they ran a little bit of a scouting mission, kind of check things out a little bit. They went and they've been having some breakfast now at one of the local eateries that sort of caters to some of the miners. And so that was kind of where we left off last week as the party. Actually, it was dinner. You were having dinner because Hub had gone over to the general store to purchase himself some waterproof boots to cover his big old hairy feet. And Hub, if you did not notice, I did drop some mink oil onto your character sheet along with your waterproof booties. And I only added one thing, but you can up it to, I think you bought 2 or 3 of the mink oil. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch the VTT exactly how many you bought. But bottom line is, Hub now has mink oil to keep his boots as waterproof as possible. And like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, players, you guys were having dinner at that time. Or was it breakfast? I can't remember what time of day it was.
I think it was dinner because I think we were trying to figure. We were waiting for our mage to be back so we could make a plan.
Yeah.
Snake
Actually,
dropped
it is
nat 20 on Hub. So
who did?
Snake dropped a nat 20 on Hub's feet, I believe.
Right on.
Woohoo!
Like it. All right.
They're popular.
Yes, they are. Actually, it is morning time. You guys are having breakfast. While you're having breakfast, Hub went over there because I'm looking at my last calendar because I got the calendar that runs, and it's actually 9:18 in the morning. For those that see the stream. So you guys were having breakfast. Hub ran over there in the early wee morning to catch them as they opened. And we did end the session a little early last time because you guys were discussing plans to get into the mine and whatnot, and rather than leave Modred out of it because Scott wasn't here at the time, we want to make sure that everybody was together, so we didn't do something that and then at the last second, oh, what about this? And you're all like, yeah, let's do that. And I would rather us just wait till all the party members are there so we could talk about what it is that we want to do.
I think we should just boost Modred over the fence.
Modred over the fence.
I like it. I want to...
You got a nat 20, Sean.
I got a nat 20 too?
Yeah, Excel.
No. You got it.
Oh, nat 1. Sorry, nat 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still use that on us.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole reason that I like the nat ones. All right, really quick here. I am going to shift maps, and then I'm going to shift back so it'll kick off the music, so I don't have to sit there and try to remember what the music is. There we go.
Let the music play.
Right. As tonight we begin episode 16 of Age of Worms, we find our party finishing their breakfast at the Rusty Bucket, which, as I said, was or is a rather popular eatery here in Diamond Lake, particularly with some of the miners. Historically, it was known for its fresh fish dishes, but with Diamond Lake being less fishable as in the past, specifically because of the mining and the pollution and stuff that goes on there, it is now more of a land fare type of a establishment. But regardless, you guys find yourselves having breakfast there. You can tell as you're eating breakfast that the place has been rearranged a little bit from last night when you guys were here, and there was a community event going on with one of the miners saying that they believe that Balabar Smank and some of the others are up to no good, trying to squeeze them out of business and stuff. And so there was a lot of rah-rah going on there. And you guys did get a little information, but maybe not a whole lot. But that led you to go and investigate, at least take a look at the Dourstone Mine camp to kind of see what it looked like. And then, as I said, you guys now find yourselves here finishing up your breakfast. What is the plan, Stan? What do we want to do?
Sean, question. Now, is this, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Is this the same day that we kind of brought those miners back? We bought them a drink and some breakfast, and they told us they would help us if we could get past the guards?
Yes.
Or is that?
Yes. That is exactly correct.
Okay.
You guys came back here because the night before you guys had come, and there was sort of you were looking to talk to some of the miners from Dourstone or something like that, but there wasn't too many of the Dourstone here, but there was some other miner here, one of the mine managers of a different mine, and they were having that sort of a union, sort of a discussion about how Dourstone was squeezing them out, and if they went under, then everybody knows how shitty Dourstone treats his people. And if he took over our mine, then you guys are going to be screwed because your wages are going to be cut in half and blah, blah, blah. And so you guys had you found a little information there, but that's when you decided to go check out the Dourstone mines. And then during the shift change, yes, in the morning, you guys were following them back and then kind of discussed some of the things here with them. About, hey, if we get in, help us out a little, or whatever the case may be. You learned that there was something going on in the depths of the Dourstone mine. One of the guys kind of let it slip, and the other guys were like, "You idiot, shut up!" And come to find out that there is some sort of new vein down below that Dourstone personally has been investigating and checking out, but other miners are not allowed to go, only certain ones. And so everybody else just keeps their mouth shut so they keep their job. But
didn't we also get some information from the miners actually working in the mine that the conditions weren't that bad?
Weren't that bad?
As what the other guy said, as far as the other guy saying that the owners are going to cut their wages and all that.
Yeah, the one miner, the other mine manager who was holding the. I'm trying to see if I can find yes, the miner who was giving the talk is a mine manager by the name of Chaum Gansworth. And Gansworth was the one that was saying that, hey, if Dourstone gets his grubby little fingers on our mine, you guys are going to be screwed because your wages are going to be cut in half. And everybody knows how crappy he treats his miners and whatnot. And so, there was a lot of hoorah, yes. And so he sort of kind of talked to the men and said, look, we're really going to have to buckle down and really put in the effort if we're going to keep our heads above water and keep from going under and being forced to sell to Dourstone.
Yeah.
So
I thought we had talked to one of the Dourstone miners, and he said that it wasn't that bad working there. Maybe did I misremember that?
Yeah,
because we talked to the miners who were leaving on their shift in the morning,
You talked to. There were a few guys that you guys talked to. You talked to a fellow by the name of Jackson. Jackson, you found was had been arrested for slapping a guard with a fish. You talked to Greedy Tony, who apparently caused a riot in the Church of Juskar by calling out a dwarf that owed him money. Called him some heinous names like an elf-loving rock eater or something like that, and sort of caused a big stink over there. And you discovered that most of the guys apparently that work in the mine are individuals that have been on the wrong side of the law and are now paying their debt by working in the mines of Dourstone. So apparently Dourstone has some sort of a contract going with the town that he can help buy out their sentences, but in turn they have to work for him at menial wages. And so so a lot of them are there for an extended period of time. And so, so you guys met a few of those miners, but I don't recall any of them saying the mine conditions were bad. The conditions maybe not terrible, but the pay is certainly nothing to scream about.
All right. Thank you.
So anyway, if you want to know the names of the fellows, you met Burley Nine Lives, who was charged with burglary 8 times. And so this is his last life. That they sort of tease him about that. He's been caught burglaring 8 times, and so he's got one more before his 9 life is up. Brennan Danger apparently was arrested when he drew a knife and tried to throw it at Cullen, the half-orc guy that works for Balabar Smenk, in that you guys know, who has the strange tattoo on his face. Come to find out that used to be from another miner who tattooed all of his workers, but then Balabar Smenk bought him out, so now he works for Balabar, but you guys know him. One of the guys' name was Bancroft, who had been charged with loitering. He got a 6-month sort of a deal in the jail, and now he's having to serve that out with Dourstone. And then, as I said, Jackson and Greedy Tony are the other 2 that kind of round out the 5 individuals that you guys were hanging out with, having your breakfast with. So that being said, as you guys are eating your breakfast now, joined by Modred, who has finished scribing all of his scrolls and everything into his spell book over the past couple of days, joining you at the Rusty Bucket for your breakfast. What it is that we wish to do, gents?
Well, if we're going to tell the miners, at least I assume we're going to try to do something tonight, so we're going to tell them that we will see them later.
We can't help you get in, but you get in and we can show you what we're talking about.
100%. We'll have some coin ready for you too.
You get caught. It ain't my ass. I don't know shit about what's going on or nothing. And you try to hang this one around my neck, I'll be hanging a noose around your neck right proper.
Understood. Well, let's retire to our house and let's talk. I don't think we should be talking at the tavern.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, and DM, when we do that, would it be all right if you pulled up a map of the rock quarry or the quarry again? Because I just barely remember a cliff and some fenced area, and that was about it.
How's that?
Did the abandoned mine behind our house go to of nothing? Did we check to see if there's an entrance back there?
You guys have not yet gone. You did not go back there yet. No.
Okay.
Belabar, if you want to believe him, told us it does not connect. We asked. Not to say we're going to believe him, but he did say it does not connect.
This good enough for you, Hub? Are you on there?
Yeah, that works great, DM. Thank you.
Are you even on the map? Where are you? I don't even see you on the map.
Who knows? Probably hiding.
Well, not on my map.
So it looks like the backside where the house
there he is. Sorry.
Modred is over the top of him.
Yep. No. Yeah. I got him. I see him now. Anyway. So what are you talking about, Mulgar? Real quick.
No, just looking at the map. I think we were talking about the backside by where the mine owner's house is. That looks like the better place to get in. There's less towers.
Yeah. You guys were. Wow. My little. Oh, maybe I'm not. Am I doing it? Yeah, it's not letting me. Oh, that's why. Yeah. So, you guys were discussing. It looked definitely that you could sneak through there, but as you know, there are periodic guards that do roam around this all the way, and they've got people up in the towers. So yes, but you are correct. That was you guys were talking, because you're also talking about going up the top of the hill and trying to drop down in there using all kind of invisibility. Then you're like, I don't know if we should do that, and blah, blah. But here is the entrance where you can see the two rails going in for the carts going in and out. Okay. Everybody got a good view of that? So everybody kind of remembers what that looks at? Because I'm going to go ahead and move us to the house.
Did we decide, do we have a silence spell?
I don't.
We do. I believe I have one. Let me check my character. I think I have silence 15 radius.
Because I don't know if we think we can pull up those. Are we thinking about trying to pry those two of those logs apart to get in? Or are we thinking of pulling one up? And we're going to make noise. What is our thoughts?
I think we were talking about like cutting a couple pieces of the fence and squeezing through between the fence and the cliff face.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, and using the spell to kind of mask ourselves. The silence spell.
I think it's a good idea. What I'm thinking, if we're going to do that, is have two of us at the fence, one working on the fence, one looking for guards, and then we probably ought to have somebody back outside of the silence rate of listening for an alarm, so they can tell whoever's at the fence if we set off something, we can all run away.
I like it. I could live with that.
Okay.
I don't mind going to the fence because I have infravision, depending on what the torch's light situation is. I can try to pull the post or I can watch, but, just a thought.
Well, we just need to make sure we have something that can cut through the fence. I'm imagining it's not your standard cyclone fence that we would all know today. It's what's the fence look like, DM?
So it is, as you would expect, carved out logs, very much like you might have found in the, early 1500s or something like that, where they may have carved some of the bark off and tried to smooth them out as much as they could, and they put them together and they put thatching of mud and other materials to sort of seal up between the gaps on the logs and stuff, and then they're somehow roped or tied together in some way or sealed in some way. Probably a little bit of magic in there somewhere as well, but for the most part, you are correct. It is not your average everyday one. It's old school, tree logs of roughly the same size, all cut and banded together. So nothing overtly difficult to cut or carve through. Maybe a little bit of time and energy, but that's about it. That being said, don't forget you leave a big visual hole for anybody that walks by, whether you're through safely or not.
Anybody try to dig a
we did
hole
get
up underneath it?
3 crowbars our last session.
I definitely did
have-
buy some. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I've got all 3 of them on my sheet. I wouldn't mind handing 2 of those out to other guys.
Did y'all try to dig a hole up underneath the fence?
No, they haven't done anything. So they just did sort of an investigation, and that's what we're doing now. We're kind of making plans on what we want to do.
I'm wondering if it would be less obvious if we just dug tried to dig out enough under the fence for us to squeeze through. Dirty, but wouldn't be an obvious, link out of the fence.
I just don't know how deep it goes in. How deep do you think the posts go down?
Yeah, I guess it would depend on what the soil is too. If it's rock or, whatever it is.
Well, I mean, if the fence is up against a rock wall, you would assume they couldn't have built the wall right into it. There's got to be that gap that we could move some stuff out of. I'm pretty strong. I bet I could kind of peel some of it back to make enough room.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking we could probably find a place to squeeze through.
The question I have is, if we get like halfway through and the alarm comes, are we retreating in the cave, or are we fighting? What are we doing? So we know.
Well, if we're all inside, I would say, if we're all inside, we might as well run inside the mine.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't, because we're gonna get caught if we try to go back out, squeeze back out through a hole. Don't you think?
Yeah. No, I agree. I just so we all know, we're not all splitting up going different directions.
Yep. Now, do we remember if there were dogs inside the fence?
I don't think there were.
No. You guys saw, and I had it flipped, and I do apologize. The dwarves tend. Well, no, I had it right. I never mind. I was thinking backwards. The dwarves tend to be miners during the day, as well as the guards, and then at night it tends to be more human-centric for miners as well as the guards walking around. But at no time did you guys see or hear any dogs. Not to say there aren't any.
Have we tried to talk to the mine owner and try to get him to hire us to go destroy whatever evil's at the bottom of his mines?
We have not.
I know he's a bad guy, but
you have not talked to Dourstone. You have not talked to him.
Because
I don't know how. Yeah, he may or may not be a bad guy.
His necromancer's gone.
So different story.
No, that's a different owner.
Different owner.
That's a different owner.
So
this owner, the owner of this mine is the dwarf.
Yes,
the dwarf owns this mine.
Yes, you
so
did.
Why are we going to the dwarf mine now?
That's where the monsters are.
All right. Time out.
That's the undead.
I thought the monsters. I thought the monsters was in the other guy's mine.
Time out. So, Balabar Smenk is the human miner owner who hired or actually asked for the necromancer to come to town to help him create something that would be comparable to all these evil undead creatures that he had seen down in the dwarf mines.
Oh, okay.
Somehow Dourstone convinced Balabar to help him do something. Balabar saw a way to make some money. Dourstone took him down there apparently and showed him around, and what Balabar saw kind of made him a little worried and scared. And which is a big deal from a guy who grew up in the thieves and assassins guilds of the Free City. He's not really afraid of much, but this apparently spooked him so much that he asked for his buddy that he used to work with, an old necromancer, to come help him out. And so apparently whatever is down there has Balabar a little bit spooked, and from what you can infer, he may have been talking or giving an indication that he wasn't comfortable continuing doing business, and then his right-hand man went missing, and he woke up one morning with his right-hand man's head in his bed. And so that really kind of gave him the EBGBs, and that's something you guys found out through the grapevine and searching, that one of his lieutenants had gone missing and then ended up being found. And you guys actually went and talked to Balabar. He wasn't real open and stuff like that, but he did mention, I believe, about you guys going down there and doing whatever. I forget the actual conversation. I'll have to go back and watch the stream to make sure, but that didn't really play in here. But yes, there are two different miners. The dwarf is the one that's got the stuff allegedly going on down in his mines, and the human guy, Balabar, is sort of got roped into helping out, and when he tried to back out, they did the old mafia thing of dropping a horse head in your bed.
You guys got any objections to this trying to just going in without having to sneak? That way, if we get caught, we don't get in trouble.
So wait a second. So I understand. What do you want to do?
Let's go talk to the dwarf mine owner and tell him we'd be willing to go down and clear out his mines for him so he can get back to business. I mean, we are adventurers. That's our forte.
Want to try it? I think we kind of tip him off, but yeah, if you want to try it, I have no issue with it. Maybe we get lucky.
Well, how are we going to tip him off? I mean, we just tell him that we heard he's got a problem in his mind, and that's our jobs to clear out inconveniences, and tell him all we'll take is what we find down there that's not actual ore. See what he says.
That's fine.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm good with that. I'd rather not sneak in if we didn't have to. Yeah.
I'm an elf. I'd prefer not to go into a mine, but I guess that's where we're at.
All right, so that's what you guys
That's all right.
do?
The dwarf, for having you along probably won't help us anyways. Dwarves probably don't like you.
That's fine. Let's go. Let's go knock on the door.
Yep, let's go during the day.
Yeah, well, let's go right now then.
During the day. That would be great.
Okay.
I'm not stepping on any toes, Emma.
No, that's fine. We can always claim to be from OSHA, the mine inspectors, and we've been sent to inspect his mine for safety violations.
All right.
What do they say? Favors the bold, or something like that.
Fortune favors the bold,
or something like that.
Yep. Fortune favors the bold. All right. As you guys are sitting and contemplating and going through your options, you have elected to take Modred up on his suggestion and head back over to Dourstone Mine Camp, and in particular, the Dourstone residence. And so you find yourselves at the Dourstone residence. It's roughly noon, give or take, midday. From the look of the sky overhead, it's chilly today, heavily clouded, wind blowing, and as you smell the air, you get that smell of rain that sometimes you get before storms come. You can almost smell it on the air. That's how heavy that the rain is. You guys, as you walk past, you're actually right now at the back of the Dourstone residence. As you move around to the front, you can see that the porch leads up to a door that actually looks like it's curved, like one of those, a door that leads into like the Flintstones kind of a thing. It has and it's definitely made to be dwarf-sized. It is probably about 5 foot tall at the most, and a little bit wider than most doors. Heavy oak iron band with a large knocker on the front. There are windows that are heavily curtained on this front part of the house. It's a ranch style. It's a single story, but it's wide and kind of long compared to most of the houses that you've seen, but it's definitely not a 2-story. Might be a basement, but doesn't really even give an indication of a basement. Regardless, you see this well-appointed house of stone and wood knocking on the door. You wait for maybe a couple of minutes. Hey, what's up, card man? We appreciate it, brother. Somebody give card man a shout out for me. As you wait a couple of minutes, the door opens, and on the other side is an elder dwarf, female, wizened looking, has skin that's sagging slightly, still has heavy tufts of beard hanging from her chin. Her white hair itself is braided and knotted going down her back. She wears normal heavy dwarf style clothing with a large white apron that's got a lot of flour and other stuff sort of on it. And she looks, "Hi, what may I be doing to help you boys this morning?"
Is the master of the house in?
No, Master Dourstone's at the mines. This is typical during the day. He should be back probably for late lunch. Usually, as she kind of looks up, kind of hard to tell the time, but usually an hour or so past midday. Would you like to come in and wait for him?
Sure.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
As she grants you entry into the house, as you step into a well-appointed home, not interestingly, not overly ostentatious. Functional would probably be a good place. A lot of heavy oak wood furniture and whatnot. You can see that he has a side as you walk into sort of the sitting area. You could see off to the right hand side as you come in. There's a large room that kind of looks like a study. It has a pair of swinging double doors that open into it. And there's a large, really nicely carved desk with papers on it and whatnot, as you may expect from a businessman. It's got built-in bookshelves in the study, although there aren't a whole lot of books, but even from where you're at, you can see most of the titles revolve around like geology and ore and mining and stuff like that. Through the main sitting area, you can see there's a large table, seats probably maybe 7 or 8 people. It's round with high back chairs. Everything is dwarf size. There's nothing in there that would be human. Even you guys that are normal human size, and even elf, even you, Mulgar, you seem like a little large for some of the furniture given. As far as height wise, width wise, you guys are good. Height wise, though, you can definitely tell it's all dwarf. And then through the dining area, you can see a pair of swinging butler-like doors that lead into the kitchen. May I get you anything to drink, boys? Perhaps a snack or 2 or 3?
Well, if you have some ale, I wouldn't say no.
Oh, it's a little early for ale. Just kidding. It's always good time for ale. Sure.
You can't help but laugh when she says that.
I'm certainly always down for a snack or 2.
As she looks, whoa, what is it that my little hairy foot friend would like to snack upon? Would you like some carrots or some celery or rhubarb? Or perhaps you would just like some meats and cheeses and nuts?
Meats and cheeses, that's up my alley.
As she looks, he goes,
Gotta keep the hair firm.
It's a man after my own heart. Okay, boys, make yourselves to home. I'll be back in a jiffy. And she turns to depart, allowing you guys to get yourself seated. A few moments later, she comes back with a tray laden with nuts and jerky type beefs and some cheese blocks with a knife to cut with, a couple loaves of bread, and then she returns again with several mugs and a large pitcher as she begins to pour ale into the various mugs. I also got water for those that have the weak constitution. Anybody wish them some water then? Looking directly at Modred.
Yes, I would like to have some boiling water, if you please.
But of course, yeah, okay, sure. And she sort of departs, comes back with a kettle, goes over to the fireplace and hangs the kettle on a hook in the fire as the fire begins to heat. Won't be but about 5 minutes or so when you'll be able to have your boiling water. So might I ask? So again, go ahead.
Oops, sorry, but Hub would like to just surreptitiously keep his eyes looking around in the event there's any kind of like mine pass or anything, that he might be able to easily slip in his pocket.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a quick search check there, sir.
All right.
Did you want to put the map up on Twitch as well?
Son of a bitch. Oh my God. I do this every time. I am going to have to get rid of this extra screen that I've got. If you don't tell me,
people don't need a map, DM.
Yeah, I know, but I need to get rid of that middle screen that when we first come in, I don't put it on a map. I just put it on the players, and I always forget to. I mean, this is like session 16, and I forget every session to put on the map. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to have to designate Deglin is going to, from now on, going to have to be the one to remind me, okay, we're starting. Make sure you got the map on. So I feel so stupid. I'm sorry. We've been going for like 20, almost an hour now, and it's like nobody just now telling me. Thanks, guys.
I tried to send a covert message on
did you?
Discord. Yeah. But
I don't even. Dude, I can't. I mean, I can't watch two things at once, man. So yeah, as you look, I'm going to say that you don't spot anything that looks like any kind of a mine pass hub, but as you're walking in, you note that you saw his desk that had all these papers, but you note that it looks like he was working some ledgers at the dining room table. So you're not sure exactly what that information might contain, but you definitely note that there are mine-like ledger papers.
Hey, Sean, when I see him kind of looking, when I see him looking over something, I'm going to take another sip of my ale, kind of stand up, and then start wobbling and fall down on the floor.
Okay.
I'm hoping she's going to come help me. Give him another minute.
Dogatu goes over and starts licking your face.
That's great.
As you do that, she rushes over to you, and I don't know what you're trying to do, Renoir. Trying to roll a d20?
No, I'm trying to figure out a macro because I can't see the dice, and apparently putting that in didn't work. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, actually, if you do /R 1d20 /R space 1d20, that'll roll
okay.
the dice.
All right, perfect.
Yep, R means roll. And so she runs over. Oh, Sarah, you're okay? Okay. As she comes over and like goes to help you up. Oi, you spilt your ale.
Silly
I'm
elf.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was
Silly
very
elf.
strong ale. I
Silly elf.
apologize. I very much apologize. I'm kind of trying to keep her attention for an extra minute or so, giving
Well,
our friend a little bit more time.
it's understandable what you don't have the constitution of a dwarf, but this is like drinking
Oh.
piss water. Here, stand up here, boy, as she helps you up and brings you over to the. Should I get you some milk? We just milk the goat. I could go get you some milk if they prefer.
That would be wonderful. Some milk would really help. Thank you.
Okay.
He needs some milk.
as she turns and heads back toward the kitchen.
Do I have time with her doing that, DM, to hustle in there, take a quick look at it, stick it in my pocket if necessary, and get back in there?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right, so go ahead and give me a pickpockets check, please. As she works her way into the kitchen area and to retrieve milk for Mulgar, you quickly walk over and give a once-over on the papers. You don't necessarily need to steal them. You can see there's a little ink quill with some papers, and it looks like there's some scrawlings on it in Dwarfish. But most of the paperwork is in the common tongue, and you can see that there are it talks about food deliveries and whatnot. Apparently, it's a contractual thing that he has going on with Smenk, and Smenk is agreed to deliver foods and other things to the mine. You're not really sure whether or not it seems like a lot of delivery, right? Like a lot of stuff's being delivered, but you're not really sure how many people in the mine that Dourstone is required to support between soldiers and other miners. But it definitely seems like just for the soldiers, it even seems like a lot of food and stuff is being delivered, and it's pretty regular. But like I said, he has some scrawling notes in places that on some of the deliveries that are in Dwarf. So you're not, unless you speak Dwarf, you wouldn't be able
I'm
to know.
not sure, DM.
Yeah, so
I don't any. Oh, yeah, there is a language. I do speak Dwarvish.
okay.
On that
So as you scan it over, it looks like the scrawlings that he has with regards to some of these deliveries indicate that Balabar is giving them low quality and lower quality stuff for the same price, and sometimes even more expensive. Almost like Balabar is trying to take advantage of whatever that contract was. Yeah, he's technically doing what he's been asked to do, but the food quality and whatnot that's getting delivered has been pretty shoddy, and it's being noted.
All right. I slide back into the room with everybody else.
Right. There's actually one of the notes as you read it, there's a name in the notes that says, when it talked about it's being noticed, apparently there's a fellow by the name of Theldrick, whoever that is, quote unquote, has been noticing the quality of food has gotten significantly worse for the same price and sometimes even more. Just posted that in the chat for y'all.
Thanks.
So anyway, yeah, Hub definitely gets a little bit of information out of there. So
couple minutes later, you hear the clanging of pots and pans, and the door or the swinging doors open, and once again the lady of the house or the maid or whomever she is, you don't even know, makes her way back in, and she has this small tin container, and in it is this white substance, and as she pours it out, you can see that it's definitely milk. Here you go for your for your wee constitution.
Thank you. And what time is your father going to be back? Did you say?
Oh, no, he's not my father. He's just the lord of the house. I have just been serving the Dourstones ever since Gracemere, so I followed him here.
Oh, okay. I assumed he was your father. Oh, okay.
No. Oh, bless you, lad. No, the Lord Dourstone is a pup compared to these old eyes, let me tell you. The bones settle, the mountains don't grow quite as fast in the aged years, but still they grow. No, dear, I am Dora Gomorrah Bouldershire at your service.
Well, you have been so kind.
So he should be here shortly. Is there anything else that I might be able to do for Jens? I have much. I have his dinner to prepare. His lordship is not of a, shall we say, pleasant persuasion when he doesn't have his lunch on time.
You go about getting his lunch. We don't want you getting any trouble. We'll just wait here and wait for him. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Just call out if you need anything. I'll be here right quick. And she turns and sort of goes into the kitchen area once again. Can't be more than 15 minutes later when you hear voices from the back of the house again. And coming through the swinging doors, obviously through the kitchen from the back, is a rather well-appointed dwarf. He has heavy, thick leather clothing on, although it's not armor. He has thick, heavy boots with heavy soles. You can see the black soot still a little bit on his cheeks, and his hair, while pulled back, braided and knotted well, has wisps that have come free from its ties. His face is slightly red and sweaty. And in a gruff voice, he comes out,
"Gentlemen, Miss Agora Gomorrah has told me that you are seeking an audience with me. May I ask you to please state your business? I have much to attend to these days."
Okay, I guess I'll go. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we have been investigating reports of strange undead, and we've heard that they may be in your mines. Is this something that is true?
What rumors was saying that? Lies, I tell you. Oh, is that Garnsworth? Is that him again? He's been doing everything he could to avoid me. This is probably his doing. I'm going to have a word with him, and I'm going to make sure that this time he pays attention to what I tell him.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay,
we saw
sir.
the worms.
As he sort of stops, he goes,
Worms, what are you talking about, boy?
The worms from the mine?
In the undead.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I suggest that you leave my house right now, please.
And he sort of raises a big, thick, pointed finger, a big, thick, pudgy finger pointing toward his front door.
We'd like to help you.
I don't need no help. I am doing perfectly fine. I've got one of the biggest, busiest mines in all of the region. I don't need your help, don't want your help. And if I did need help, I'd get it from the city guard, not you. At least there they charge a reasonable rate than you cutthroat adventurer types trying to bilk a dwarf for everything. Oh,
We
yeah.
wouldn't charge you. We wouldn't charge anything.
Of course you wouldn't. Well, then you're obviously not in the right line of business if you're not looking to get paid for doing services. And as I said, I do not need your service, nor do I want your service. I'll kindly ask you to extricate yourself from my mine.
We still arguing with him?
Yes.
He's throwing us out.
Hold on. Great
Okay,
Lord,
okay.
hold on. I beg you to hold on 1 second.
He
We're
sort of
not here to
stops
cause
and
any. We're not here to throw blame or to accuse or anything. We're here to help you, my Lord.
And I tell you, I know my mind. There's nothing going on in my mind, especially not undead, for I know for a fact when they're undead, I would know they were there. So whomever you were talking to, whoever swindled you into believing that my minds are the root of this problem, they lied. You should go talk to them and get their story straight. But I'm telling you, my mines are safe as can be. My miners are as safe and as well provided for as can be as any in this region. So I would ask you once again, good day. Please leave.
My Lord, we will do as you ask. But I got my information from the necromancer that I personally ran out of town.
as he sort of raises his eye.
Necromancer. Well, there's the source of your undead. Did you not think that perhaps he was the one causing it all? And rather than run him out, why did you not take him into custody and give him to those over at the jail? Seems to me that if you're wishing to help.
People of Koss.
No idea who that is.
So you have no zombies with worms in their noses.
I told you. Would I
I'm
to have
watching his
zombie?
facial expressions.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if he's trying to cover up anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check, please. As you watch him, he's like, you can tell he's angry. But you can't tell if he's angry at an accusation or angry at somebody bringing up something that he doesn't want to talk about. But regardless, you're not really sure which it is. Could be either. But he's definitely point blank angry, asking you to please leave.
My Lord, we will leave. But if you do require our services, we humbly offer them to you.
I can assure you.
That's what we do.
I can assure you, if I need services, I go get the services from those that I trust and that I know, and those are those over at the militia. So, good day. I have business to attend to.
And he points to the door, and as he was saying this, the elder lady comes and sort of pats him on the shoulder. I will escort them out, my lord. You calm down, go drink your ale. And she departs, and she looks at Modred as she's escorting you guys to the door. I'm so sorry I didn't get the chance to give you your boiling water, but perhaps next time under more conducive circumstances.
Yes, my lady, that would be so fine.
As she
very
walks
much.
to the door and opens the door to allow you guys to depart.
All right. Well, it was worth a try.
Did anybody else get a read off of him?
He's a dwarf. I got nothing else.
Where to from here? Back to the house?
Well, there's always the chance we could smuggle ourselves into a food delivery, so that is an option, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think the fence is our best option.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go-
kind of like the
let's-
fence.
Let's go check out our mine right quick, just to cross off the T's and dot the I's.
All right, let's go. Let's go to our mine. Well, not our mine, but Smick's mine that we're
Oops.
squatting on.
My bad. Let me try this again. Where is my map? Really wish, it's weird that they don't put the maps on here alphabetical order. But so here we are. All right. As you guys find yourselves, I know I just wherever you guys left off on the map last time. That's why you are. That's why you are where you are. So you can move yourself, or I can move everybody at once if you would like. How about I do that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
That way you guys don't have to.
We're 1,430.13 feet away.
Yes, sir. All right, there we are.
That was pretty cool.
Yep. As you guys, it takes you a little bit of time. So you arrive at your home, and there's a overgrown but still decently viewable or decently noticeable track that leads from the house up to the steep sloping. This is a steep sloping hill that goes up out of the backside of Diamond Lake into the Cairn Hills beyond. And this old mine entrance is still pretty visible, although fairly overgrown with shrubs and bushes. As I explained before, it goes in about 10 or 15 feet or so, and you can see where there was a huge cave-in or collapse. There is, however, a built gate. So you know how you have mine supports that always, like every so many feet, you got the two beams with the cross beam for support. You've got at one of the first ones into this mine, which is about 10 feet in, there is a metal gate built in between the two with a padlock and a chain that wraps around the one post, and there's a padlock on it. So it's not like a super like protective, can't get through, but you really have to work to get through. You'd have to cut through the lock or cut through the beams or whatever, risking, of course, another avalanche or collapse. But beyond the grate, beyond the grating that's being padlocked off, maybe 5 feet or so, you can see the remnants of all the rock and everything that has collapsed. And it looks to you like the entire shaft or the entire entryway to the mine is completely collapsed.
Mr. Hobbs, could you open the lock for us?
Oh, that sounds right up my alley. I can tell you that. Damn, I'm going to eyeball that lock and just see if it looks like something I might be able to attend to.
So the lock itself is not old. So it looks relatively new, within maybe a couple years, right? But it's not like heavily rusted or anything like that. So it's been out of the weather. Looks like it's in decent shape. It does not look overly complicated, not like a super high-end lock to protect, just your basic padlock. So yeah, absolutely, looks like something you can do. And in fact, I would say that you get an additional 10% chance. So whatever your normal lock picking is, it now is 10% higher. So you can just 82. So what is your target?
He failed miserably.
Target 59.
So did you take any?
I added the 10%.
Okay, so that's what it is. You don't add. You want to. You have to subtract. You want to subtract 10%, right?
Well, I guess so.
Take 20 off.
Well, don't you have those goggles too? Don't those goggles help you with locks?
Oh, hold on. Let me look.
I think it gives you 15%. Those goggles of minute seeing or whatever the heck they were.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So really quick, what is the base normal for picking locks? Your base.
My pick lock is 35.
Yeah, that's why 35. So with the eyes of minute seeing, we can find them. Are they in your backpack?
I don't think I have those on my sheet.
did. So let's look and see. If you don't, we're going to take a quick pause here because the DM failed once again. Well, make sure that nobody else. Make sure that nobody else had. So I just added them to your sheet.
Oh, I just see them. Yes.
Yep. And so if we look at this, it does it. Wearing these allows you to detect secret and concealed doors, similarly hidden objects as they were an elf.
Oh, that lets person find secret and hidden doors, but does not do anything for picking locks, apparently.
Yep, correct. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was wrong.
all right. So, first of all, though, your
Good
base.
gracious DM would give him plus 5%.
Yeah, I know, but that's a good gracious DM. So your normal is 35%. So I gave you a bonus of 10, so that made it 45%, but you still rolled an 82. And so as you fumble with the lock, unfortunately, it is still a little bit beyond your skill to pick it.
Roger.
So
Have
Hub
one of those
tries.
crowbars.
I don't know if Hub wants to describe what he looks like when he's trying to pick the lock and the result is a failure.
Well, this one's just got like an extra tumbler in there that I haven't completed my training on this level of tumblers, and I haven't figured out how to get this type of lock yet.
So,
Is there enough room for me to get a crowbar like between the lock thing and try to pry it?
no, there is room. I mean, no, because it's just a little like hoop latch that sits in between two chains, so there's no real way to kind of get it in between there. But the way it sits, you could smack it really hard with the crowbar to try to break it. You could also wedge the crowbar between the earth and the wooden support and maybe pry the wooden support free so it collapses the two wooden supports in the overhead. You definitely can do that, which would then cause everything to fall down. Well, and that's not to say it wouldn't.
To bring the roof down with me.
Okay. All right. Well, it's just an option. So the only other option really then is to, well, I'm going to say there's a fourth option. There is an option because there is a gap between the top of the grating and the roof that is enough for a small person or a cat or a whatever to squirrel through. So Hub, you would have to take off your pack and stuff, but even if you kept your armor on and whatnot, you could climb up or be boosted up because the ceiling itself is about 8 foot tall. So really there's about a 12-inch gap. That would have been awesome if you rolled a 2.
I know, right?
But so there is enough room for Hub to squirrel his way over the top of the grating to get on the other side. Or of course Modred's cat can fit between the bars to walk through there as well. There's a few different
things. Good man. Would you mind crawling through those bars and let me see what's on the other side?
And he looks at you and he looks back. He looks at you again and he jumps out of your arms and wiggles his way between the two bars, padding his way into darkness. He comes back a bit later, wiggles his way back through the bars, sitting at your feet, looking up. You have no idea what he saw or said.
I can't see through his eyes.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought it could. What do I get for the cat?
What do you get for the cat?
Yeah.
So you get a sense that there's nothing there. At least not. But let me do this. Go ahead and roll you can roll it, but it's for Sebastian. Roll a search check for me.
D20? A D6?
No, it's a D6. Yeah, just a regular search. Yeah. So from you get that Sebastian did not see anything on that side, didn't find any way through or anything like that because he was gone. And had he found something, he would have worked his way through. Now, out of character and metagaming for the future, your familiars, number one, you get the hit points for them. And number two, they can understand commands and stuff. So if you told them, go look for this and let me know if you find anything or something like that, right? You don't communicate in a totally verbal type of a way, but you have more of an empathy. So you get the feeling that if he found anything, you would know, but he did not find anything. So you get that sense and feeling as well. So it's not a strict.
I thought
no, that's
like
fifth edition.
Get night vision or something based on what kind of.
No, that. So I do. If some of the special ones, like the pseudo dragon and stuff, you do get like their resistance to magic and stuff like that. They can do. But if I'm wrong,
that's fine.
No, I'm just saying, if I'm wrong and you find it somewhere, I'll be more than happy. But I know you can't see through their eyes. So I have always been of the assumption or been of the mindset that it's more of an empathetic feeling. You have this bond with them that goes beyond verbal. It's almost like you sense what they're thinking, even though they don't say it out loud. They can understand you verbally, but you don't speak cat. So
yeah, I understand. That's fine.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you get the impression that there was nothing there. So yeah, that's what Sebastian relays back to you.
Okay.
I'm going to just go put my head up to the bars and just kind of look with. I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be nothing with improvision, but I'll take a look.
Okay. Yeah. So it's cold dark. You can see easily enough because there's light coming in here, and it gives a dim light. But your dark vision reveals nothing beyond any of the rocks that are there in front of you.
Okay. I got nothing, guys.
I was gonna say the only other thing that you had, and I gave it the option. Don't know if anybody was paying attention and they just don't want to do it. That's fine, but I just want to say that Hub can fit between the grating and the ceiling if he wanted to go on the other side and go search himself. But
no, I'm willing to do that, DM. I've been getting text from somebody that was distracting me.
No, you're totally fine. I'm used to it. It's okay. It's better than falling asleep and snoring. I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm more than willing to climb right over and just give it a look-see.
Okay.
I'll move as quietly as possible.
Okay.
I'll give it a boosty.
Okay. So Renoir boosts him up, and what were you saying, Biamba?
I was just going to read the first sentence of Find Familiar. It's familiar as certain benefits the magic user as the creature adds the spellcaster's hit points. It conveys its sensory powers to its master. And it can converse with and will serve as a guard scout spy as well. Sensory for cat is excellent night vision and superior hearing.
There we go. Now I stand corrected. So you can't see through his eyes, but you can see like he does.
Okay.
And you have good hearing. So in the nighttime, you have essentially what used to be ultravision. It's not dark vision. It's just sort of a monochrome kind of a view at night. So we need to make sure that we change your eyesight to that. Does it say the range on that beyond anything for the cat?
No, but I bet it's in a monster manual.
Yeah, that's what I bet too. So yeah, if somebody gets a chance to do that. So, Hub, as you are standing there, go ahead, Renoir, and describe how you're helping Hub to climb over this grating.
Well, once Hub takes off his pack and stuff, since he can't get it through, I'm gonna get behind him and lean down, grab him under his arms, and give him a boost right up over the grate.
Okay, so Hub, as you feel these hands grip you from behind to lift you up. You are easily able to scale over the bars. Has to squeeze. It's a little tight. Probably had a little too much to eat for breakfast and lunch. But you manage to squeeze through, scraping your back along the ceiling, causing dirt to fall down into Renoir's face and hair as he's trying to hold you up. But relatively easily, nothing you're not used to as far as getting into tight squeezes. You find yourself flopping down to the other side, landing softly on your hairy feet as you now see before you probably about 5 foot of tunnel before this full collapse of rock blocks the way forward.
Oh, good. Does it look like a cave in, or does it look like they piled rocks up here? Good golly.
So it looks to you like it is a cave in. It doesn't look like somebody just came here and piled rocks. It looks like somebody put the grate here to keep people out. But that looks like it came after the collapse. But this definitely looks to you, not that you're a miner or an expert, but this looks to you like the cave collapsed. And for whatever reason, they just never tried to dig anything out.
All right. Well, what size of rock does it look like I can move any of those rocks, DM?
Yeah, there's different size rocks, but there's definitely some huge boulders, but there's a lot of smaller rock as well.
All right. Well, I'll move the small ones, just see if I can find myself a little, a crevice I can get through there.
Okay. You spend a couple of minutes sort of moving rocks, and as you move rocks, there's just more rock behind it and more rock. And eventually you get to the point where they're too big for you to pull any of these rocks out of here. But after about 5 minutes, maybe about 15 rocks, you've kind of moved some smaller ones out of the way. Go ahead and give me a find remove traps check, please.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So, unfortunately, as you search and dig, all that seems to happen is as you move one little rock, some more rock sort of slides onto it and stuff, and it's almost like a never-ending story of fallen rock.
All right. Well, that's why I'm not a miner.
Yeah, it definitely does not look like it would be easy to excavate this. It looks like probably the reason they closed this up is because it was such a heavy collapse that it just was not worth to try to reopen it.
All right. Well, I'm going to look. You know what, Liam? I'm going to look at the walls right around there and see if there isn't maybe a little secret passage or something. And then if I don't find one, I'll head back over and climb the gate.
All right. Go ahead and give me a search check, please. D6. Yeah, there is definitely no other entrances, hidden or otherwise, in this little stretch of tunnel.
All right. Well, I'm going to head back to the guys and climb
Go
up
ahead,
and over.
Go ahead and give me a climb walls check, please. Easily, as you scale yourself back over and squeeze once again over the top, dropping down to the other side, joining your companions.
Well, gentlemen, this looks like a legitimate cave-in.
Your feet got a little dirty though, pal.
Well, I was climbing over rocks and moving boulders. I mean, I was making a Herculean effort. And for every boulder I moved, it seemed another one popped in.
Seems like you need to clean up your feet, and we got to get ready to break in tonight to the other mine.
Do you happen to have any cure spells left? I'm down before we go burgling. I'm down 4 hit points.
Sure. I'm Sean. If you can target him, I could certainly roll the die, or at least roll the.
I'll cast it for you because whoever targets has to be the caster. So just doing a cure light wounds on him.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Big money, big money, big money.
See,
Perfect.
it's better he
Thank you.
rolls. I would have
Thank
rolled
you.
a 2 for sure.
Yep. So you are. Yep. So you have 2 more cure light wound spells. Anybody else down? I guess we should.
I'm down 6.
And Renoir, you are down.
You are.
4. You are down 4.
Yep. Yep. I've
Right.
done about 4 too. So, well, that brings up a question. I mean, should we heal up and then perhaps rest up before we go in?
You probably ought to go in with heal spells. That would probably be helpful.
Yep, I'm thinking so. And I'm probably low, and by probably I mean definitely low on food and water. So maybe we should go get some of that as well.
Well, what I'd like to do tonight is maybe if Mr. Hub would like to go with me, maybe a little recon. We go around that fence very quietly and just kind of get an idea of what we're looking for tomorrow, if we're going to need something else, or if we think we can do it.
Biamba, you are now down 1 hit point.
Cool.
I think I'm going to have Sean roll for me from here on out.
Last casting on yourself.
Yes, sir.
6.
Get 6 back.
All right, I'm full back up.
All right. So the plan is, you guys are going. I guess you guys tell me your plan. Somebody, whoever's in charge, whoever wants to take charge, tell me your plan.
Well, I was just thinking me and wants to go.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Time out. I don't know if it's you.
Take a look at it and make sure it's going to work before we trot everybody out there with crowbars and then realize we're not.
Obviously him, because he can't hear you.
Yeah.
Kind of go scope it, put some hands on the fence quietly just to see if we're going to be able to do it.
Hey, Mulgar, can you hear me? Mulgar, can you hear me? Yeah, because he's cutting in and out really bad. Was it just me, or is it everybody?
I couldn't understand a word he said.
All right, so somebody wants to paste that in the game chat. Mulgar, you suck.
I'll let somebody else do that.
I will.
Yeah, I've got headphones in and they're dying.
There we go.
I was trying to change headphones, but apparently when I put my headphones in the case, nobody can hear me. So, no, I was just thinking a couple people should try tonight without taking everybody to just get our hands on the fence just to see if we're going to be able to move it before we all run out there. It's not going to what we thought it was going to
Okay. So we want to take are we then saying that we're going to take an extra day and not do it tonight, but do it tomorrow night? And then tonight you guys do kind of a dry run while you all heal and do everything else? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm thinking. I think, yeah, and the other thing is, though I know I personally don't have any money, we probably should stock up on food and water before we go in there.
Food, water here free.
All
right, you can go hunting. I don't.
While they're doing that, Bodin's going to look at the spell book of the necromancer and his journal entries.
Yep.
And just refamiliarize himself with all the entries that's pertaining to the undead of Kos, and maybe I can find the location and just get a better picture of where we need to go once we get in there.
Yeah, so give me an intelligence check, please, Modred, and we'll kind of go through this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through what everybody's doing tonight. We'll go one through the groups.
Critical.
Yep, it was. It was a critical success. So you realize that through all of his notes and all the information, everything about Caius and his undead was what he read, not what he saw or experienced specifically himself, with the exception of the one worm that he had in that container that y'all left with Alliston. But you know that those worms were created by Caius and unleashed upon people, and they burrowed into people and killed them, and then they were turned into hideously deformed undead creatures of some sort. He doesn't know anything about what's going on in here in town other than what Balabar Smenk told him. But from what Smenk told him, it all lent itself to the same things that he had read and learned about Caius. So if there is something down in the ground, he doesn't know where it is or how to get to it or whatever, because he's never seen it. Balabar only mentioned that he saw it while he was down there, but he didn't ever actually see for himself, right? Only Smenk did, and he's the one that snatched the green worm for him to do research with. And like I said, Caius is supposedly the herald of the Age of Worms, and the Age of Worms is supposed to be brought about by the at least according to what he's finding out, the Age of Worms, this Ebon Triad that is created, is sort of a radical group of zealot cultists from 3 different religions, but each one is an offshoot of its own religion, and they formed one religion together that says if we combine the aspects of Erythnal and Vecna and Hextor, those 3 evil deities combine into one ultra god, and then the herald is supposed to be Caius and his undead legions or whatever. So, and that's why they call it the Age of Worms, because the Age of Worms heralds the coming about of the Uber God coming from the 3 aspects, which is why we call it the 3 faces of evil. Igerson.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Instead of 4, why not 5? Sure, let's just grab offshoots of every evil religion and put them all into one big guy.
Yep.
So as you are sort of, as you are researching through that, it probably takes you a good 2 hours or so to research that. So we're going to put you on a sidebar. Right now it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, so we're going to put you on a sidebar till it gets about 4:30. So you are going to be busy in the house, kind of going through that. Biamba, anything particular that you are going to do over the next couple of hours before we put everybody back on the same timeline?
Drink, sleep.
Okay. So
You don't want to hunt?
You are hanging out in the house. Dog or two is sleeping at your feet. Renoir.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is find out whoever has our money that we never divided. I think we've got money. Is that a fair statement?
So
We got a bunch of jewelry and jewels and like snake eggs and an owlbear baby, all sorts of stuff that has not been appraised yet sold.
Oh, so I have no money, and I think we need food and water.
yeah. So
Am I the only
guys,
one whose character is like way down?
Water's free. Just go to the center of the town.
And we have a well here at the house.
you do have a well
that's
at the
even
house.
easier.
Okay, now I'll fill up at the center of the house.
Right.
However, we
I'm
still
also
have
down
the
on
issue of-
food, though.
I could get us all dried rabbit jerky.
Go for it. Sounds good.
Okay, that's what I'll do instead of sleep.
All right, there we go. So if you're getting food, then that's also
Yeah, I'll
what I'm
have-
going to be doing.
Dog or two run them out of the bushes, and I'll shoot them down with the arrows.
Now I forget. What was the? Does anybody have the book that says for the silence 10-foot radius spell what the time limit is on that spell? How long it takes for it to expire?
I'm going to look, but I think if you cast it on an object, I think it's permanent. I think if
That's
you
what I
cast it on a
think too.
person.
That's what I think too. Because if that is the case, I'm going to pick up a small rock and cast it on. Yeah,
I don't.
Somebody could look.
I never say spells are permanent unless there's a permanency spell.
Silence 15-foot radius, which is, I believe, a cleric's spell.
Correct. Yes.
30-foot diameter, lasts 2 rounds of level.
There we go. So I'm not going to cast it. There we go.
Yep, and I do allow you to cast them on items, yes, but it's definitely not permanent.
Okay, then my idea of casting it out of stone will still work. Just not going to cast until we're ready.
And so you are second level, third level, fourth level. What level are you guys? Now?
I think we're third.
Holy cow!
I believe we're
God,
third.
Man, you guys are growing up fast.
I know.
6 rounds to get through.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to just start, for today, I'm just going to start doing my thing of praying for new spells. It sounds like that's the best action for me.
Okay. And so it's still early afternoon. Mulgar, you and Hub, anything specific that you guys want to do before you go?
Yeah, I want to run to the store. I'm looking for like a black robe or cloak or something, a blanket even, just something I can wrap myself in.
Okay. So heading down to the grocery store, if you will, down to the Diamond Lake General Store.
Yeah.
Easily enough, they have the various goods and whatnot. I am going to let the dice decide your fate. How's that? How about we decide? Now, do you want to roll? Or do you want me to roll?
No, you roll. I'm actually going to buy a cloaker. It's going to kill me.
I love it. All right.
99%. Yes, you bought a cloaker.
No, that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
It would be.
So you find yourself at the Diamond Lake General Store once again. Inside, a middle-aged fellow. You've been in there a couple times already, and you recognize Taggin as the owner, and he has his cousin who helps him, his cousin Veller, who has sort of been your guys' kind of go-to guy since you got there. However, this time the proprietor Taggin meets you as he asks, well, Master Elf.
Hi, Mr. Tagger. How are you, my friend?
I am doing very well, good sir. What is it that brings you today? Can we provide any sort of service? Do we have any goods that you may need? We've got.
Also, I'm going on a hunting trip.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
be very careful. These wilderness can be dangerous.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. Maybe a black blanket, maybe to cover myself with at night to hide from the animals.
Black. Oh, I don't know if I have black. I have. Well, does it have to be black? Because I have dark cloak or dark cloaks as well as dark blankets and whatnot. I don't think I have anything that's specifically black, but definitely stuff that's, I don't know, dark gray. Would that work? Instead of black? I don't think I have anything.
A dark gray would actually be excellent. I think dark gray would work for me.
Okay, and he goes and he leads you to the appropriate place where you can see there's a couple cloaks hanging up, some browns and some greens and some lighter tan type colors. But he also has blankets, and most of them are like the old green wool army blankets, but instead of green, they're kind of a dark grayish kind of a color. And he goes, I've got these. These definitely can. They're great for folding. You can fold them in a couple ways and lay them out to be so not quite on so hard a ground. If
Not that you would probably. I'm sure that you've got experience sleeping in the wilderness, of course. But this will provide you a softer spot with which to, or if you cover yourself with it, it's definitely good to help keep the warm. I could offer you some mink oil as well, because if you take one side and use mink oil on one side and rub it in and let it set for a day or so, it will definitely help prevent water seepage, at least for a period of time. So much like you could do on shoes and boots. I've known people that will do that on these cloaks or these blankets as well. So yeah, so absolutely. How many do you need?
So what do I think? Do I think this color is going to work with like the rock face of the cliff?
Actually, yeah, it's like a dark gray. It matches kind of stone and whatnot. Maybe it's not going to like be a perfect thing. It's like if you had it draped around you. That is correct. Especially in the dark and the shadows, definitely looks like it will provide decent cover, as long as somebody's not like walking up on you, looking at you.
Yeah, I got it. How much would you part? I probably need 5 of these. What could you do for me?
Oh, 5 coppers each, so 25 copper. So that is 1 silver, 5 copper.
It's 1 silver?
1 silver, 5 copper.
Oh, geez, I hate copper. How about we call it 2 silvers?
Oh, you are most generous, of course. Yes. And with that, I will give you a free mink oil to go with it. So it won't be enough to cover all the blankets, but at least one blanket would be able to cover it if you wish to have something that is waterproof on one side. And he comes back and he hands you this little sort of a tin. It looks like almost like shoe polish type of thing. It's like a waxy kind of oily feeling to it, but it's mink oil. And he hands that to you along with your 5 blankets.
Okay, perfect. You are a savior. I'm going to be nice and warm now on my trip.
Give me just a second here. Just added for you a 5 woolen blankets, weighs 10 pounds, and 1 thing of mink oil to your character sheet.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to give the blankets to everybody, but perfect.
Yeah, well, you can transfer. Okay.
Yep.
Is that it for you?
I thank you very much for your time. Actually, you know what? How much is do you have standard or do you have iron rations?
Yes, we definitely have rations for those who wish to go out and do adventuring of some sort. And I think as he goes to look, yes, I have 20 rations on hand. Unfortunately, we don't get as much business with the adventuring community as we do the mining community, but even some of the miners like to take a day or so of these for snack foods and whatnot.
Yeah, how much are they? I'd like to get 5 of them.
Whatever the standard book is for trail rations, I believe it is 6 gold per ration.
Oh, geez, that's out of my price range. Never mind. I can't afford that. So I thank you for your time.
Okay. All right. So as you
I'm going to leave.
Okay. It takes you roughly about an hour of your time to kind of do that. Hub, anything in particular that you wanted to do, sir, whilst we are waiting for the others to do whatever it is that they're doing?
Well, I give my partner in potential crime a crowbar, so I not have 3 of them.
All right.
And I will give you a blanket. I'm giving everybody a blanket. I'm going to put myself down to 1.
So what you can do, I don't know if you knew this, you can open up your character sheet and drag a item over to somebody else's character sheet, and it should tell you how many you want to transfer. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't, I can do it for you. But
all right, which one of these icons is going with me?
That would be Mulgar, which would be that guy, the elf guy in the green. He is right there at the very bottom.
So as I said, you should be able to drag an item on the and just drop it on their token, and it should ask you how many you want to transfer. If it doesn't do it, let me know. I can move it over. Really?
No, it's not doing it for me.
Well, that sucks. That sucks. All right, so
let me try one more time.
That's all right.
Yeah, no.
Okay. It looks like I have to do everybody individually. So in the meantime, yep. Okay. I think, let me see who's got it. Yep. So there's one for Biamba. One for Red.
Woolen blanket.
Yep. There's one for
Roger
Hub. Or everybody has their woolen blanket. And now I'm going to go to Hub. And Hub is going to drag a crowbar over to Mulgar. All right. So you should only have the 2 crowbars left there.
Yep, that's what it's showing, DM. Thank you.
All right. Yep. All right. So that is, I have transferred everybody over. So time whittles its way by. And by the time everybody is done and you get back, a couple, like 2.5 hours have passed. It's roughly 4 in the evening as you guys all gather once again in your home on where is it? There we are. I'm just moving everybody over to the house. As you guys gather once again on the first floor. Come on, map, you can load. You can do this. I have confidence in you. My interwebs is just not playing right. I actually got I got a pretty bad ping too, man. Like 40 milliseconds. Bad. So anyway, you guys find yourselves once again gathered in the meager establishment known as your new home. About 4 in the afternoon or so. Any plans or what do we want to do for the remainder of the evening? Modred, you have finished with your studying of the text and found what I've already given you and described. And I know that, Renoir, you have continued to pray, hoping that you gain the favor of your Tritherion in giving you and granting you the knowledge to cast the spells that you're looking for. So, anything else you want to do tonight before Hub and Mulgar go on their expedition?
I imagine Hub will take a nap just since they're going to be out possibly late.
Okay. All right.
How many rabbits, squirrels, that type of thing was I able to get during the day?
So give me your forage check.
I don't know what that would be, but okay.
Oh, I thought there was a thing that said that you had a thing that you could forage.
I have. It is, but it doesn't give a name, a number to it.
So when it says though, isn't it you can forage for food for 1 person per day?
The barbarian has the necessary skills for survival in the wild, including hunting, small animal trapping, food gathering, shelter building, body coverings, and fire building.
Yep. So that is all related to an individual. It's not enough where you would get for the whole party. So if you
I have a big appetite. Plus, I got Dogatu to help me.
Always trying to skirt around the edges. I'm going to say you managed to forage enough food to feed yourself and Dogatu when you go hunting, but it is not enough to feed all 5 of you, plus Dogatu. So you could either feed 2 of you and let Dogatu starve, or you can feed yourself and Dogatu, but not the rest.
Let's see. I
I believe there are
have.
some rats in the kitchen.
That's a true story.
I have 14 days of rations, so we could always use those as well.
Yeah, I guess.
I think otherwise we're getting jobs soon.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys definitely have enough food to eat for the night. So, if you guys aren't going to do anything else, I would like everybody except Mulgar and Hub to give yourself a long rest. You can consume rations if you have them. Who doesn't have the rations available? I know Renoir said he does not.
Well,
Mildred?
I still have some available. I'm just way down.
I got you.
I
Okay.
just didn't want to
I
go.
got some of that. I want to go talk to Alistair right quick while they're sleeping or whatever.
Okay. All right. So,
If anybody else wants to come, that'd be fine.
okay. All right. So before you do your long rest, then you depart. Again, it's about 4 in the evening, so it's about an hour, almost 2 hours before sunset, as you make your way back to Alliston's house. Knocking on the door, once again greeted by a
Lurch.
Yeah, lurch. As the door opens and the unseen servant allows you entry into the home. Once again, you find Alliston buried in tomes and books, a smoking pipe sitting in a little pipe holder on the table next to his research desk. As he glances up as you step in, sitting back, stretching. Oh. Hello, Mordred. What is it? I am deep in research here on the Ebon Triad, but what is it that brings you to see me this evening?
I need to know, do you have any kind of relationship with the dwarf miner guy, Stoneheart, or whatever his name?
Dourstone? No,
Dourstone, yes.
No, he is a gruff sort. Powerful for sure. I don't want to say greedy because that would belittle a dwarf, but probably greedy is a good a word as can be had for someone as who seeks power such that he does. I know that he has his sights on several of the other land titles here, and so he is slowly but surely working his way into the political side of the city, especially with the council, in seeing to it that he gets favorable results from those bids that he puts in on land contracts. But that being said, I have very much concern over these tomes and texts that we have found discussing the Ebon Triad and how they once held a temple beneath the city. And I fear that this same temple may be beneath the Dourstone Mines. So,
that is the reason why I'm here. Unless there's another place in city proper that you think we can gain access to that temple, we really need to get access to that mine. And I initially hoped you could write me a letter of recommendation, but if you guys ain't on good terms, that won't work.
Unfortunately, I have not had, other than through the council, I have not had much dealing with Dourstone. I just know the type of dwarf that he is. I know that his lust for power probably knows no ends, and to that end, he seeks to buy up any and all land titles. That he and Balabar Smenk are rivals, to say the least. And so yeah, I don't unfortunately believe that I would be able to give you any sort of a letter of recommendation. He keeps his
What about
mind.
through the council? Could the council grant his entry?
Yes, but many of the council members are on his side, so it would be difficult and a long process of hearings and whatnot and stuff to see, unless there was a legal reason to believe why we would have to enter the mine. As of right now, we don't have any proof. We have only conjecture. And so, yes, while he keeps his mine fairly protected, it is, I don't believe it's, if you had a desire to get in.
That worm I gave you and what we know about it's
Yes,
not
but
going to be enough.
We got that from a necromancer. We have only his word, and now his word is gone because he is no longer in town. But we only had his word as to where it originally came from, and without viable proof, the city watch is not going to open any sort of an investigation. We have to have some way to tie this to the mines.
Yeah,
so
This is becoming increasingly difficult.
yes.
Okay, good sir. I appreciate your help. We may need you to bail us out of jail in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Well, that should not be too terribly difficult. I would ask that you not. However, I have found a buyer for your owl bear, and they have agreed to the term of 3,000 gold.
Excellent.
And so we should have payment within the next week as they travel here to come collect.
So there's no I don't mean I've been getting discombobulated lately. You said that you in your research you discovered that there was a temple beneath the city and possibly beneath the mines.
Yes.
You know the city very well. Where else could we look maybe to find an entrance?
And unless it was from one of the other mines, I do not know. But all of the research and the soothing that I have done indicate that it is in the realm and the area of the Dourstone Mines is where the original temple was. And none of the current mines in Diamond Lake connect to one another, even remotely. So to get there, you're going to have to go into the Dourstone Mines themselves.
What about the Druids? You think they might have any insights?
They may, but the Druids are rather xenophobic. If you are not part of their sect, they do not even entertain. In fact, even if you were a Druid, but if you're not of their order, it requires a special invitation to attend them. And so even that route would be long and unduly difficult.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to your studies.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Yes, sir. And I leave.
Okay. So you manage to return back to the house as the sun is beginning to settle. Everybody go ahead and give me a long rest that has not already, except for Mulgar and Hub. Actually, Hub, you can because you said you're going to take a nap. And so, Mulgar, if you're just going to relax and rest, I'll let you take one as well.
Yeah, I'm going to just relax.
Okay.
All right.
Where do I find the long rest again?
It on your gear sheet, there is a thing that looks like a tent.
Gear sheet thing that looks like
the tablet looks like a chest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the gear sheet, but the long rest one is. So everybody go ahead and give me your your long rests. So it'll be about 1 a.m. when you guys are able to go to the
I did the long rest, but it didn't give me my hit point back either.
Oh yeah, because the rest don't. I got to do that all manually. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Okay. Yeah, that is something I'm going to have to look and see. Oh, it's an active effect. Something that's weird. You're max. I'm just checking to make sure everybody should be max on hit points, except yeah.
But DM, when we leave, I want to fill up my water skin again and get that meter back up in the green on the long rest.
All right. So let's go to your gear. You've got identified, don't you? But you just don't have the pearl. Is that what the whole problem was?
Right.
Your water scare, we are. See that. Got all of your. Like it's got the what? Oh, there we are. And it holds 6 pints, right? Is that how many it can hold?
I'm assuming it's 3 per skin. I got 2. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. So I'm looking because this. Yeah. So I'm just going to make sure they got this on 6. Your water skin should be filled back up now. All right, we're good. All right. Anybody else need adjustments on any of their stuff?
I think I got it.
The water meter on the long rest is still down to in the red.
Mm-hmm. Didn't do that. So
There it goes. I don't know what you did, but it worked then.
yeah, because I thought it was supposed to read off of your water, but it's not reading off the water. I had to go manually change it, so that's fine.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Anybody else have their stuff that we need to do? Everybody taking.
When I get back, I tell them. When I do get back, I tell anybody that's awake that he found a buyer for the owlbear, and we should have 3,000 gold pieces within a week.
It's weird. It's not refreshing my. I deleted all the messages from the thing, but it didn't delete them off of my master one. So anyway, it takes 8 hours for your long rest, although I know Mogar, I believe, only needs 4. I don't know if that's in first edition or not. But anyway, as you guys awaken, it is 1 a.m. When you guys go to head out for Dourstone Mines.
I take a piece of charcoal with me.
Wait, who's all going?
I thought we were all going.
No, I thought today. Yeah, Hub and Mulgar were going to go investigate the gate or the area where you guys want to break in, and just make sure that you guys can get through instead of waiting and everybody getting there and then finding out that, oh, there's no way we're going to be able to do this. And then once that recon was done tonight, you guys were going to spend tomorrow dilly-dallying and doing whatever it is you wanted to do. And then and then actually go into the mines tomorrow night when you've got everything ready to go. If
that was the plan too,
yeah. If that's not the plan, then you guys tell me what the plan is, and I'll be more than happy to.
Well, they were going to do They were going to try to go through the fence, right?
Yes,
No,
they were
no,
gonna,
we're going to try to make sure we can get through it.
Right. Or I was going to try the cliff side and see if that would work because I can climb up and down.
That's fine. I mean, again, that's whatever you guys want to do. I just want to make sure that we're on board with the same thing. Is that what we want to do still?
We can always adjust the plan. That sounds fine, DM.
Yep, sounds good.
Everybody else is staying at the house, right?
Correctamundo.
Okay.
I'm going to leave my bow and quiver here just for this recon.
Okay.
Be easier to move.
Okay. All right. So in the early morning hours, as you guys step out, I should have said that even before you guys step out, you hear the pitter-patter of raindrops on your roof. And as you step outside in the chilly evening air, it's about mid-40s with a rather strong rainstorm coming down from above, as that sweet-smelling rain smell that you guys caught whiff of earlier today is now a full-fledged nighttime rainstorm. And
Ooh, climbing not so good in rain. Let me go back inside.
and that is where we're going to pause the game for our break. I didn't realize what time it was, so we're going to take a quick break. It'll be 10 minutes, and we will be back.
Alrighty.
All right. See you in a minute. Taking the dogs out.
Hi, sir.
Oof. No wonder they couldn't hear me.
I am fighting this iPad here to get this thing to work. He's taking myself a long rest.
Yeah, if you need me to do anything for you, man, I got you.
Yeah, I'm able to see the map, which is, I think, the most important bit. As long as I'm able to see the map, I can talk you through the rest. So.
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, I just knew the dwarf was going to be like beside himself because of what was going, and he'd be glad for us to go in there. I did not expect him to be so negative.
Now, if we get desperate, though, you have a disguise spell, don't you? Did I hear?
Got a
You now
friend
know what
spell.
it's for. What do you have?
I got a friend spell.
Oh, I thought you had some kind of like disguise or something spell, or
Let me look at my sheet.
change
I can't
self or
remember.
something like that. Because
Yeah,
that,
maybe
if we get desperate, you can disguise yourself as him now that you've seen him. If we get desperate.
Yeah. Figure out how to find it. Look at the spells I know in my spell book. Let's see. I got one empty arcane slot. Hold on. Yeah, disguise self.
Yeah. So we got desperate. You could try to look like him and go from there. Again, I'm not saying it's a good plan.
I'll throw that in there, man, just in case we end up having to need it. That's a good idea.
No, we were talking about that last time. I don't know if you came up with it, but yeah.
You could always pretend like you're him and that you're doing a security spot check and see if they're on their toes or not.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, bug.
And this is the thing, though. You can make yourself, including clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment, look different. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, fat or thin in between. You cannot change your creature type, though you can appear as another subtype. Otherwise, the extent of the apparent change is up to you.
I think it'd be all right.
Dwarf is capable.
Well, I'm like 5'9", and the dwarf is like 4 foot max. Oh, yeah, so I guess that is 1 foot shorter, isn't it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hub is less than 3 feet, just less, 2'11".
Okay, Hub, are you the eyes or are you the trying to pull the wood? Which duty do you want on this mission?
He might still be out with the dogs.
Oh, I thought he came back.
No, I'm back. I was responding to a text.
Oh, okay.
I actually think this rain gives us cover. We should grab everybody and go. I think the guys that are manning the fence and everybody else will be hunkered down and hiding from the rain. And this gives us our chance to scramble right over that fence and get in without anybody even seeing it.
You want to wake up everybody? Let's do it. I'm fine with whatever. You think that's
I think we ought to. We'll disturb that long rest they all took.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the rain will give us some good cover, and we don't need the silence.
I'm down for it, and if I need to, I can use my shatter wand to create a landslide on the other side.
Yeah. Well, we all have these wool blankets. Well, I'll take my bow in that case, though. We all have our wool blankets to throw over us, too. Kind of blend a little more, too. If the party agrees, I'm with it. I'll vote yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dokie.
You know, the guards would be less likely to want to get out in the rain too. So
Yeah, I can't see dwarfs liking rain. And a question, we're from the Greyhawk Mine Inspection Squad.
Thought he was going to pretend to be Dourstone.
Well, he doesn't have that spell now, I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
He'd have to memorize it.
I had a slot available. I memorized it.
Oh, well, you the man then.
And we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to tonight's episode 16 of Age of Worms. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight, those of you that are still around. If you're not around, hopefully you'll catch us on VOD. Let us know your thoughts out there on the YouTubes. Our party has...
we're on break right now.
Is it still showing break? Shouldn't
30
be.
seconds.
Wow, you are way behind because I already shifted it over. Holy cow.
Really?
Man. Poof, now it's there. That is crazy. We have an ad ending in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Yeah, I don't know why it took so long. Boy, there's like a really big lag. But yeah, I had already shifted it over. So, but anyway, welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Our party is getting ready to go do a little bit of reconnoiter again on the Dourstone Mine Camp. However, as they stepped outside and saw that it was pouring down rain, they are doing a quick marine. Always be prepared. Be whatever the marine thing is that says, "Hey, man." Shift on the fly, and that's what they're doing. So they have decided that instead of doing a reconnoiter, they're going to take cover of rain and darkness, and they are going to go do whatever it was they were going to do. Now, that being said, are you guys now shifting it to where you're not even going to try to sneak in? You're going to use the disguise spell or whatever it is to make yourself somebody seem like they're Dourstone, and you're going to try to go through the front gate? Or are you still going to use it going in through, or you're going to use it going through the back gate with like silence and all the other stuff? What is the updated plan?
What do y'all want to do?
Well, let's discuss. Do we want to? I'm thinking with this rain, we'll have a great opportunity to wake everybody up and sneak right over that fence and go, because all the guards are going to be hunkered down. I don't even think we need to use a spell or anything. I think we can just sneak right in. But that's what I'm thinking. What are you guys thinking?
If I say the same thing, but if we get caught, you use that spell, make yourself look like Dourstone, and say you were just testing security, and
I love it.
They'll never know.
I like it. That's a great idea.
DM, is
Great
it
plan.
thunder
Let's
and
go with it.
lightning, or is it just a real heavy rain?
It's a heavy rain. It's not a thunderstorm. It's a heavy late spring rain, or whatever you want to call it. It's cold out. It's rain. But again, there's like lightning in the clouds, but not like crackling thunder boomers, right? It's like you see those flashes every once in a while. A sheet lightning, as I like to call it, inside the clouds and stuff, kind of illuminating once in a while. But for the most part, it's just a heavy rain.
Right, now that I can see at night like a cat, I'm going to take the ever-burning torch off of my staff and put it in someplace where it won't be illuminating everything.
Okay.
please.
I tried to look up a distance on that, and it doesn't show it. It just says that their combat abilities. It doesn't talk about their. It was in Monster Manual 2.
Okay. So what did it say again? Sorry.
It only goes over their combat abilities. It really doesn't talk anything about their stealth abilities or their sight
Yeah.
abilities.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm fine with, whatever you say.
I would think it
actually.
would be the same as what another hunter at night would be. Probably just you go with whatever a halfling is or a elf.
Yep.
Did we see where the guards took shelter?
Well, there is a guardhouse inside the place, so you don't know if that's where they go though, because you guys have never been there. So.
Yep. I'm just saying it would be kind of unfortunate if they took shelter in the mouth of the cave.
Yeah. Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
Ever
This is
give the DM ideas.
Yeah, I am trying to. It's like I turned off the effects of your ever burning torch, and it's like why it's still showing that you have a glow of light around you, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. It's like
Was
where
my
is
light
that?
spell ever extinguished?
Yeah, there's nothing on there because I got rid of the light that was on your token. Okay, I'm going to give you monochromatic vision now, and I'm going to say it's 30 feet because
That's fine.
state that. But for some reason, and I apologize for this taking a little bit. I was just trying to figure out why it's giving you this sort of a light kind of a. I'm not going to worry about it because it's not going to affect anything. But anyway, so you guys are all out, and you are now going to go and sneak to the back of the house, or sneak to the back of the fence, I should say. And you're going to attempt to check out the back of that fence. Is that all correct? Just to make sure.
That's what I'm
Get over
understanding.
that fence. Yeah.
All right. So the rain is heavy as you guys exit your home. It's about an hour past mid of night as you make your way across the city, heading toward the Dourstone camp. I am going to ask each of you to describe what your character is doing in order to avoid being seen as you make your way around to the
We're not in the city, correct?
Well, you're in at your house, right? We're going to start at your house. That's where you guys are. But what I mean is you guys need to get from your house here over to the Dourstone camp, which is well over here. If you look at the city, there is this gray streak running right here by Area 31. All right, that is the rocky cliff area that overlooks Dourstone Mine itself, right? So you guys are going to have to come down on the back side here, or you're going to have to come around the front by the house and then sneak around the back here. Either way. So you could come all the way down here by Area 30, which is the mayor's house or whatever, and then work your way along the base of these cliffs here, if anybody's watching, in order to get to 31, which is the Dourstone camp.
How steep are these cliffs right here?
There, it's pretty steep, right? It's a pretty sheer cliff face of a sharp hill. That's why it shows it how that is to be a rather sharp cliff face, right? So climbing down would probably about 30 feet above the mines themselves. So
Okay.
it's easy enough for you as a barbarian to climb down. It's probably pretty easy for Hub. The rest of the people, however, are going to require strength checks to climb down without slipping and falling. And as I said, what I'm going to ask each of you is to describe what you're wearing, what you're bringing with you, and how you intend to remain stealthy moving out in the open trying to get around the back of the mine. Granted, now you are in a part of town that is not really watched. But if you follow the roads, you would go through a well-established portion of town on the northern edge of town and then swoop back up, or you'll have to go overland, which is fine. Again, this is fine. I just want to know how each of you is going to move your way and keep yourself hidden from prying eyes as you guys move, right? Are you going to move along the tops of the cliffs and then try to come down behind the mine? Are you going to go down the cliffs early and go around the base of them, which means you're going to have to go past the mayor's house and some other well-to-do places? You guys just tell me. And first of all, what route do we want to take? How are we going to get to Dourstone Mine?
I would like to go right by the mayor's house because I don't want to be climbing down a cliff in the wetness.
Watch my character real quick. What if we go this way? Through there. And then when we get to this tree, we've already got climbing gear because we had to have that climbing gear in the whispering car, tie off on that tree and just go down the slope. And then I don't know where the fence is for the camp, but you know, if we went this direction around whatever that is.
Well, the camp is over here. Right. You can go, if you go down the base of the cliffs, you could follow the base of the cliff right to the mine.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that would be the only place we would really have to worry about, you know, being seen is right here. And if somebody was to see us, we can always say we're going back to the Whispering Cairns to check something out.
Anybody else have any thoughts or input on that?
I mean, I was thinking about just going right right by the cliff face, by the mayor's house, above the mayor's house, and just walk the cliff face down. That we don't even have to climb. But I mean, go either way.
Only thing I mean, that's fine too. But then we run into you trespassing on my land, getting to watch out, and da 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 da. I don't know. Would like to avoid any of that if possible. But I mean, that might not happen.
I think we could walk along the top of that cliff face and then walk around. If I'm not mistaken on the direction that the magic user went, I think that's doable. And then we just have to trust to chance. And if for some reason we get seen, well, guess what? We were on our way to Whispering Cairn, whatever that is.
That's a tomb.
Going adventuring.
All right, let's do it.
Right. And in order to basically
don't
look
forget,
like we're being stealthy, I guess, or not look like we're being stealthy, but just walk with the blankets because it's raining.
Just walk casual.
We could walk right down the company road and then cut off to the right there before the company road and then go across country to get to where that 31 is.
Yep. Yeah. And this is nighttime, right? It's raining out. I don't think there's a lot of chance of people out there looking for us outside the guards directly at the gate who might be hiding out in the gatehouse.
Yeah, and if we see somebody else and they got beef, we could ask them what the heck they're doing out here on this crazy night.
And putting on those dark cloaks, I mean, we can, or at least the dark blanket / cloak things. That makes sense. It's kind of raining out. Put them on. Probably nobody's going to see us. It's the middle of the night.
I agree.
And I like the backup. Oh, we're going to Whispering Currents, and who knows? It's just dark out. Maybe we'll get lost a little. Who's to say?
No doubt. Of course, Mojo's going with his wide-brimmed wizard hat to keep the rain off his head, his trusty staff, and his robes, and his gray blanket.
All right, so I think we're going to walk right down the company road and then just take a hard right before the road to go in and move cross country. Is that doable to you guys, or you got something different?
That's fine. I'll go with that.
Sounds like a plan. Yep, I'm gonna wear the gray blanket to kind of muffle my armor sounds and keep my shield on the back, so it's not really something I'm carrying directly with me. Make it not look like I'm doing anything besides walking around.
Right. As you guys pack up your gear, are you guys carrying all of your gear with you? Or are you just taking armor and weapons? And obviously the blanket and some rope and whatnot, but what other gear specifically?
I got my backpack and everything with me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't think the backpack is going to stop us from either.
Right. As you guys all move your way across the fields through the heavy downpour that is coming from above. Again, it's mid to low 40s in temperature. The rain makes the walk, although you've only been walking, it only takes you maybe at most 30 minutes as you move carefully through the land, stepping through the hard track, the rocky cliff face as you skirt the edges of it until you come to this tree where you can tie off to climb down the remaining 20 foot or so of cliffs here. I do need everybody to give me either a dexterity check or a move silently if you have that ability.
I have a surprise of, but it doesn't say move silently. I can surprise 3 and 6.
Yeah, I'm not worried about surprise. I'm just worried about if you don't have move silently like Hub.
Yeah, then use a dexterity.
Then everybody else, then use a dexterity.
Now, I do have my natural, quiet movement since I failed my thieving quiet movement.
Who has that?
Hub. Halflings and elves move super quiet.
So I will
90 feet or more in front of the party, and the company made up entirely of elves.
So I am going to allow Hub a do-over with a dexterity roll as opposed to his move silently.
All right, DM.
Way to roll a nat 20. Look at there. Renoir rolls a nat 20.
Yeah, of course I did.
So
of course I did.
DM, you could always use that natural one you got.
I could.
Let me tell you, it is a talent. It is absolutely a talent.
And once again, because I'll just try this so I can get you guys to use them. Right now, Mulgar has 1 point that he can use to lower that score. He missed by 3. So if there's other people that have points, if they want to donate points, Biamba has 5, Hub has 2, Mulgar has 3. We need a total of 3. Actually, we need a total of 2 points, because if you want to use them, then I will take Renoir's 1 point, but they're going to have 2 points donated from elsewhere.
I'll donate 1 point.
I'll donate 1.
All right, so Biamba now has 4, Mulgar now has 2. Renoir, you are now at none. As your party, as you are moving along the edges of the cliff, the rain is pretty heavy. You suddenly step and a root gives way, and you find yourself a little too close to the edge as you stumble and you cry out, getting almost ready to fall over. Biamba snatches you by the nape of your neck, and Mulgar literally tackles you before you go tumbling over the cliff. You all stop to look around as his cry out sort of echoes, but it's drowned out by the heavy rain. And it does not appear as if anybody noticed. Granted, you guys are in the middle of nowhere, but just in case you look around.
Well,
and nobody has noticed.
I'll scramble gently down that cliff to go make sure he's not dead.
Well, he didn't fall down the cliff. He didn't fall. That's why I said they managed to grab and stop him before he fell, because Mulgar and Biamba both expended a point apiece so that he could make his roll. And so you all now find yourselves standing at the base of this tree in the heavy down rain, looking down a cliff that's about 20, 25 feet down.
Well, you guys, we could attach a rope to that tree and climb down with the rope. That would probably help greatly.
Monkey gave Renoir a nat 20.
He doesn't need it.
Oh, the irony is awesome.
Yep. Thanks, Monkey. Appreciate it,
And
brother.
by the way, if anybody was wondering, my dexterity was 17, so I really had to roll poorly there.
That's hilarious. All right.
Yeah, I think we can tie a rope to that and go right down it, Dan.
Yeah, no, I think that was the plan that you guys had decided that's what you're going to do. So as you tie off the rope, I am going to need, first of all, Hub to give me a climb walls with an additional 20% added to your chance. So from whatever your base is, add 20 to that. So just go ahead and roll. Don't bother to add anything to it. We'll just know that if it tries to say you failed, unless I think you got like an 80-something%.
That is correct, DM.
Yeah, so you basically got 100%. It's the only way to fail is at 99.
Who's in possession of the ring of feather falling?
Do not
I am.
know.
Mulgar has it.
Mulgar, may I have it?
Sure.
All right,
I'll put your
Biamba, go ahead and give me your climb ability. Yeah, it's an additional 20% chance. So just roll it, and then we just know that if it fails, that you got an extra 20%. So whatever your base is, you get.
Okay.
So you said it was 30 feet down, DM?
20 to 30, somewhere in there.
So what's that? 6d6 the way you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So as you, who's up next? So right now, Biamba and Hub have managed to climb down. Mulgar, go ahead and give me a dexterity. Actually, think about it. Strength check. Sorry, strength check.
No problem.
Right. As you manage to climb down and join your companions. Mulgar, go ahead and give me a strength check, please. As you go.
I just did.
I'm sorry. My bad. I was looking at Modred and thought you. So, Modred, please.
All right, y'all. This my lowest ability score, and it's a 13. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You get it on the money as Modred slowly climbs his way down.
And I'm going to take the ring back, Mildred. I'm going to take the ring of feather falling back.
Okay.
That's good with you. Yep.
As Renoir.
I'm not sure I want to do this.
Give me a strength check.
All right.
If you roll
wait. We're all going to get at the bottom with a tarp and hold it out nice and taut.
Hey, somebody give the
fireman.
Somebody give the ring to Hob.
He makes it. He makes it.
Nice. We're back to his normal rolls. Right.
Yes.
As you all have clambered down. As it is now about 2:45 in the morning, as you guys find yourself skirting along the edge of the cliff face that leads up to the Dourstone Mine encampment. You all arrive, and you can see that there are torches or lanterns lit on the interior of the camp. Through the shadows, you can see movement, and you can also spy shadowy movement under the covered towers that flank the encampment. As you guys all sit now.
All right, I'm going to go to the fence and take a look.
Right? So you can see that there is about maybe a foot gap in places where the uneven rock kind of runs up the left-hand side, and the wood itself is for the slat of wood, or the, god dang it, post meets up against it. So there's definitely a gap there. As you look, though, you can see that you could probably, with a few good cuts of a blade, slice through some of the bindings that hold the innermost post to the next post, and you could probably move or remove that post, and it would open up a gap of about 1.5 feet, which would allow most people to kind of squeeze in between the rock and the fence to get through. Hub definitely, Modred probably. The only one who might have to do a little bit of finagling to squeeze through would be those that have heavier armor than leather. So, Mulgar, you're wearing chain.
Magical chain, does that matter?
What's that?
It's magical chain, does that matter?
No, because it's still, the bulkiness is still there a little bit.
Okay.
It's not elfin. So you and, well, what is Biamba wearing? Is he wearing banded or is he wearing leather? I forget.
Leather.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's Ragmolin that's wearing banded.
Yeah, oh,
But
that's
if you guys want me to,
organization, isn't he? That red leather armor. He's still
he's
it,
wearing that red leather of the Seekers. Yeah.
did you guys want me to cast like the silence 15 radius on like a small rock or something to, let's just say, mask the noise of any unsuccessfulness? You don't think it? Okay, fair enough.
I mean, that's up to me. My opinion, I don't think we need it right now. We probably can use it later.
Okay. All right. So as I said,
I'm going to quietly take my dagger and I'm going to slice a couple of the ropes.
Okay. It takes you all of 2 minutes to cut through bindings on the rope or lashings that lash these two poles together at the end. And you manage to successfully remove them, and the pole immediately becomes sort of loose, and you sort of are able to wiggle it in the earth a little bit, and you find that you're able to pull it up if you wanted to.
Are we ready? I'll pull it up.
I'll help you with the weight, and we'll try to lean it up against the cliff to where it kind of still looks like it's standing.
Yeah, can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that.
Right.
Get inside the cave as quickly as you can.
Hold on.
All right.
He just moved down to troops.
Give me a well, what is the range of elves infravision?
60 feet. 60 feet.
Yeah, so definitely too far away. You can see in the shadow the guards coming around the far side. They're still moving, even though it is pouring down rain. But they are, you guys are heavily shadowed in this area, and the lanterns are really more like you've got lanterns here flanking the entry of the caves. And so I am going to need, as you find your way to squeeze through, I am going to need Renoir and Mulgar to give me strength checks to squeeze through. And I'm going to need everybody to give me dexterity checks or hide in shadows in order to successfully make it to the cave. So Mulgar, you squeeze through. Right, so that much
Now
is
I need a
taken
dex
care of.
check.
So now I am going to need everybody to give me either dexterity or hide in shadow.
Love seeing all them dice roll, DM.
Yeah. All right. Who failed?
Did I fail?
Biamba did.
The space dice failed.
Biamba failed by 3. What?
Oh, what?
You have 4
I was
points
going to use
available.
my
to you.
points.
Okay, so you have
Yep.
one left. All right. As you all quickly and quietly make your way across, you manage to stay hidden in the shadows somehow, some way, even with the guards coming in your direction. You see them moving in the light. You all immediately find your way into the caves themselves or into the mines themselves.
And we meet an ancient red dragon who breathes on us. Good game, everyone.
As you guys enter into the mines proper, you can see the tracks leading in ahead. There are lanterns and whatnot hung in various places. You hear the occasional song being sung, or the fall of pickaxe on the on stone, metal on stone, I should say. Sorry, I'm just kind of moving folks here so that it's weird that it's not showing on the map. I'm going to move some walls here because for some reason maybe it's because the light's not showing. I don't know. Weird that it's not showing the. Got anybody on here? Who am I missing?
Well, I'm seeing it as hub.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just looking. It's just strange that. Where is Biamba? Why is Biamba not on the map?
I'm underneath somebody.
Sure.
I'm underneath Hub.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. Yeah, it's because it's not showing it. It's not showing it on the VTT the way it's like, and I think it's because of the fact that I am. I'm going to do something here real quick just to see if it'll. Yeah, that's why. We do here. I think it's because I had the wrong. Give me just a second here, folks. I am checking my ownership. I need to be observer. Do apologize. I just, like I said, for some reason, that is absolutely bizarre. It's got this observer on everybody, but me as not. So it's weird. I think it's because one time I had to take over Hub at one point when he wasn't here, and so it was showing him as
The center of the universe.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. I'm just making sure that I've got the ownership reset to, because I have an observer account so that the VTT can see it. So now I can do this the way it was. All right. So now that way it shows the entry to the mine and everything. So I apologize for that. That was just my fault. But anyway, you guys can hear inside the clanking of metal on stone as miners are in there doing their thing. Up ahead, you can see the tracks. What's that?
I can't move.
Can't you move?
I don't know.
He broke his legs.
That's because you're on the distance one. You have to go change yourself to select a token.
Which one is that?
So
the square?
Click the square.
Okay.
There you go. There we go. All right. So as you guys step in, you can see various tunnels with lights in them. You can see miners going about their business. And up ahead, you see somebody moving toward you. And you recognize Jackson from...
Yes, Jackson.
Jackson Jackson.
You recognize Jackson, who was the one who got caught for fish slapping. And he is the one who is... responsible apparently as he's pushing a cart in your direction.
Hey, you getting okay? You're not be seen.
No see. We're good. We're good.
As he turns around and points behind him.
Follow that track all the way down. Where it branches left, follow the branch. Eventually you'll come to the turnabout. Up there. Be careful. One of the mine supervisors, Lodrin. Real nasty asshole. He's down there. So if you get seen by him, he's going to let the boss know, and then all shit's going to help. So you're either going to have to deal with him or not be seen by him. But follow the track left, go to the turnabout, and up there you'll be able to see you'll see Bancroft. He's working up there. He'll be able to point you to wherever the hidden or those places we're not supposed to go are. Hurry up now, quick, before he gets seen.
I'm going to hand him 5 gold pieces.
As he doesn't even hardly look. He looks, smiles, pockets it, and then goes about his business.
All right, DM, I guess we'll follow the track the way he said.
Okay.
Oh, I got stuck underneath that dude, DM.
Underneath what, dude? You should be good.
No, when I typed it, when I hit my hotkey, it moved me off.
Okay, gotcha. As you guys move around, following the direction that he said, as you branch to the left and head to the turnabout, takes you guys a little bit of time, but you can.
I moved myself.
Yeah. Yep.
I was very excited.
Yep. You can see that there's a turnabout up here, and there's this tall fellow sort of standing over one of the workers, and apparently he's berating him. Standing next to, I don't have mine here, but there's 2 guys. There's this tall, sort of burly guy, and there's a short kid, maybe 17, 18 years old, who's got like a scribe pen in his hand, and he's taking notes, and this tall fellow is sort of berating.
I told you you're not supposed to be in this area. Boss says nobody comes in this area unless they get the damn word from me. Do you understand me?
Yeah, boss. I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean to. I was just coming down because we're just checking out some of the stuff down here, and I just got curious.
Get your ass out of here.
And you watch as this dwarf or not dwarf, but this guy that he is sort of berating begins to head back in your direction, going right past you guys. You're going to cast sleep?
Right when he leaves. Yeah, right when he leaves, I cast sleep. All right. I use
on whom? On whom?
Well, it's the area effect spell. If I place the template.
Well, what I'm saying is, are you going to get the miner that's leaving, or are you going to get the boss who is berating him?
I'm going to get both of them if I can.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Go ahead and cast. It's close enough. Let me do this here real quick. Here. Yeah. As you cast, boom, and then just do effect. Click effect.
I got a target.
Yeah. I don't know why these spells in 5e when you target it automatically selects them. So just go ahead and select and go ahead and target the other guy as well. Because, yep, there we go. So you guys watch as both the supervisor and the miner, as well as the young boy who is next to him, just sort of and drop to the ground. Coming out.
I whispered a hub. Oh, sorry.
Coming out from the far side, you see another miner come over, and you recognize two of the guys. The third one you don't, but one is crap. I can never remember their names. One of them is Bancroft. The other one you recognize as Brennan Danger. But the third guy you don't recognize, and you're like, hey, whew, I didn't think you guys were going to make it. For sure that Loudrin was going to turn us all to the boss and have our asses. And he points down the track. He goes, see that track headed west or down that path? Follow it around and you'll see what we're talking about.
I whispered
I'm moving, Dan.
Maybe you should liberate him from some of his coins. The guy. Hey, I'm gonna hand. How many of the guys that was our friends here? 2 of them. You said 3.
2 of them you recognize. The third one is somebody you don't recognize.
Well, I'm gonna give him 10 gold.
Okay. As each one 10 gold, or just 10 gold for all 3?
No, 10 total.
Okay.
10 for all 3.
Yep. And they're actually up in here where Modra's not, or where Mogar's not. So it's these 3 right here that you give the coins to. As they smile, take the coins and head down. As you guys move quickly down the railroad track, you can see that it bends around to the right. And probably about 20 feet in, the track itself doesn't end, but there is a barricade there with a big sign saying, do not pass unless authorized by Ragmolin Dourstone. In like big bold letters, do not pass.
What is this right here?
That is just, yeah, it's, well, good. That's the way it's supposed to be. This is just a area where they're mining.
Okay.
And stuff. But you can see that the track goes into darkness as far as you guys can see.
I'm pretty sure he told us we could go in, right? Dourstone? Don't you guys remember him saying it's okay for us to go?
I heard that.
I think we're okay. Yeah, okay, let's go. What kind of barricade are we talking?
Yeah, just a wood plank thing that kind of covers and stuff, with the big sign on it that says, yeah, you could definitely easily. In fact, it's not even boarded up. It's sort of set on almost like a sawhorse, where you can lift it up off the sawhorse and move it off to the side.
We'll put it back after we get through.
Okay.
Yeah, put it back.
All right. So moving your way through, you guys see that the tunnel continues. It winds for a little bit, but it goes for maybe 40 or 50 feet, maybe, bending around to the right and then bending around to the left, until eventually it ends. The tunnel itself, as it swoops around, it has a sharp downward trend right toward the end. And eventually, like I said, after about 40 or 50 feet or so, it ends in a small chamber I'm sorry, not 40 or 50 feet. It slopes down for about 40 feet or so, but then you begin to walk along a extremely lengthy tunnel that looks like it's been carved out a long time ago. And it's not a mine anymore. It's literally just like a natural passage that's been carved out of the stone over centuries of time. So the tunnel itself goes for about 40 or so feet. Then it breaks down sharply for another 40 or so feet. And then you wind up in this twisty kind of a natural tunnel that goes for perhaps 400 feet. And you find yourselves eventually ending in this chamber that's about 8 or 9 feet around. And the ceiling is craggy and rocky overhead, about 15 feet up. It's a natural sort of a cave inside the earth where the tunnel ends. And there's this almost a perfectly square opening hole that has a elevator system built on top of it. And you can see that up above, it has this heavy boom with these heavy ropes that go down to this cart with railings around it. And you can see that there is crank devices to apparently raise and lower the platform. The platform itself is actually about a 10 by 10 section. And so it's definitely enough for everybody to stand on. And again, it's supported by a pulley elevator kind of a system with chains on part of it, and the rest of it is rope that kind of lowers down. So chain kind of runs the upper half, and the rope is the guides hanging on the four corners of the platform that raise and lower this thing.
Grab the chains going down and start heading down.
All right.
We be sure we put the little do not enter thing back in front of in the hallway when we get past.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Biamba steps on, what is Biamba's weight?
Oh, he's 185, I think.
Plus all your gear?
Oh, no. Probably around closer to 225.
Okay. As you step onto it, you hear the creaking. And as a second person steps onto it, it creaks a little, and you hear the chains go as they grab hold. You can see on the platform near where the crank is, there's a hand gear to engage and release a brake. And that brake is essentially a gear that sort of clamps over, or like a pinion that kind of clamps over the gear to keep the gear from turning. And as you stand on it, you realize this isn't going to hold everybody's weight. This probably has some kind of a weight limit to it.
So I'll put my hand out and say, we have to go down in turns.
Sounds good.
When climb real good, just climb, and the rest of us to use the elevator.
All right. So I am going to, first of all, give this. And this is metagaming, but I'm going to do it just to make it easy. Okay. The platform itself has a certain weight limit, but so too does the person operating the winch. Okay. The person operating the elevator system can, by themselves, manually raise and lower 5 times your maximum load, right? And that is if you want to continue a downward rate of 5 feet per round. Not worry about that. So essentially, for somebody, what's Biamba's strength?
15.
All right, 15. So maximum load is 160 pounds, but you can do 5 times that. So that means you can raise and lower 800 pounds on the elevator with your strength. Okay. Does the elevator hold that much? You don't know. But if you were to put 800 pounds on the elevator, Biamba could raise and lower it by himself with his strength score and still maintain a smooth up and down. Right? So, and then you guys can guesstimate it's a change in weight ability for each strength score above and below that. What is Mulgar's?
1889 strength.
All right, so you can 1,575 pounds you could raise and lower on this if the elevator was able to hold that much. But you don't know if the elevator is going to hold that much. I want Biamba to give me a wisdom check, please. Since you were the first one on there.
He's a very wise barbarian.
No, he is not.
He is. Yeah,
Oh,
you figure maybe 3 people that weigh as much as you could get on this, and the gears and system would still hold.
Okay, so
why don't you take the 2 lightest? Why don't you take the 2 lightest, and I'll take Renoir with me. You take Hub and the mage, and I'll take. Then you guys go down. I will bring it back up, and then I'll take Renoir. He's heavy.
Hey, you call me fat.
Is he
Oh, he's got heavy
1,500
armor.
though? I can only do about, what did he say, 6 or 8? 6.
You can do 800 pounds.
I could do 8. Okay, well then I get if we're only 800 together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the mage and the hub weigh that much.
I hope not.
Okay.
Or if you want, me and Renoir will go first, just to test the weight. I mean, it's up to you guys.
I don't care.
No, we're already here. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
All right. So, Hub, you managed to step on it. Are you going to go?
Yes, DM.
All right. Hub steps up onto the platform along with Biamba. It swings slightly as you sort of accommodate to balance yourselves. Modred?
Mulgar, can I borrow that ring again?
It's not going to help you.
Yeah,
The roof of the elevator will slam into you.
Well, if I fall through it, okay.
As Modred steps up onto the platform, it swings, it creaks, but it seems to hold. As you begin cranking your way down the elevator shaft.
Easy.
Slowly moving, as I said, about 5 feet per round. You release the brake. You slowly turn the crank wheel. And as I said, you lower down. Okay, sorry. This is just telling me what happens if you fall. That'd be kind of funny. As you slowly lower your way down, it seems like this is never going to end. Lower and lower and lower it goes until you're sure that you're going to run out of rope. But suddenly you can see, Modred, your eyes looking down are able to see in the glim light provided by your cat's eye vision, you can see the floor. After a descent of perhaps 200 feet, you guys arrive at the bottom. And let me give a quick description of what you see before I return the view back to everybody up top. As you get toward the bottom, you find yourself in the center of a well-worked stone chamber. You can see from this chamber 3 short passages leading off, one to the north and one to the east and a third to the west. Each of these passage ends after a short distance in a marble doorway. The doorway to the north is marked with the symbol of a human hand grasping an eye. A pair of crimson banners flanks the door to the east, each marked with the symbol of a gauntleted fist clutching 6 arrows. The door to the west is free of all markings. To the south of the chamber, it opens into a vast domed hall. In stark contrast to the rough mine passages you just left above, this place bears the mark of an expert artisan. The black marble tile floor glistens in the light of several glowing torches, while elaborate, carefully worked marble pillars and archways sweep over the chamber. Toward the back of the southern chamber, opposite the elevator's door, is a large pool of dark liquid. A stairway carved into the rock itself around the pool ascends to a platform 30 feet above the pool, kind of like a diving platform with a set of stairs carved into the stone up to the right. And you'll see this in a second. The chamber's domed ceiling arches to a height of some 60 feet above the pool's surface. And as you arrive, you can see that there are 2 figures at the bottom down here. Both of them, you would swear, were devils come right out of hell, as they are reddish skin, horns, whipped tails, bearing what appear to be bow and arrow, along with blades at their side. Oops, what the hell?
Can I identify them?
Go ahead and give me a... I don't know why it did that. Go ahead and give me a... oh, it's because you guys are not here. Go ahead and give me a intelligence check, please. You've heard of these before, and they are known as tieflings.
Tieflings.
Yep. And as you guys drop, you guys are actually probably about, I'm going to say, the ceiling's 60 foot high, so you're about 10 feet in. So you're about 50 feet above the floor when you see these tieflings come out from behind the pillars from that they were standing, as they have bows and arrows. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
That is not cool, DM.
All right, getting froggy.
Well played, sir. Well played.
What? What'd I do? I don't know. I thought it was kind of a perfect place to end everything. I don't know. It's just
Great
me, though.
place, DM.
That way we don't
So,
have to
Ren,
worry.
are we just going to leave and go get ourselves something to eat and some beers or something? They all died to the devils?
All right. I appreciate everybody that's hung out with us tonight. Don't forget, we will be back next Monday as we continue this episode of Age of Worms, our 3 Faces of Evil, as our party descends into the depths beneath the Dourstone Mine to find out what the hell is going on down there. Players, appreciate you guys being here tonight. Hopefully it was worth your time. I am going to allow the nat 1s and 20s to carry over to next session, since you guys never really had a chance to use them tonight. In the meantime, we're going to find somebody to raid. Not sure who's out there, but we're going to find somebody. Hopefully you guys will hang out with us for just a couple of minutes while we figure out who we want to bounce over to. I am going to look and see. Let's go to, he's doing Silent Hill. Let's go to Game Master Eric. We haven't done Eric in a while, and I will get this taken care of in a second. As I said, next Monday we will be here. If you're here, awesome. If not, hopefully you'll be able to catch us on the VOD.
Hey, DM, would these be Cambions instead of Tieflings, since we're in Greyhawk?
No, these are, I actually created tiefling races here, so.
But I thought the Cambion was the Tiefling for Greyhawk.
Yeah, it kind of is, but I created actual class creatures with devil stuff like the tiefling, Cambion, stuff like that, right? So yeah, So, but anyway, we are going to bounce over to Game Master Eric. Hopefully, you guys will hang with us as we do that. Keep trying to get this out, but we will be here next Monday, same time, same channel. Friday is our off week for our 5th edition game. So if you have not seen our 5th edition game yet, go check us out. The VODs for Session 0. Session 0 is kind of boring. It's more of a VTT exercise to get the new guys to learn how to do it, especially we got a guy working off a Mac, which we had to do. We had to figure out how to do some of that stuff. And then Session 1, they actually began. It was a slow start, and we kind of moved very slowly, try to get a little bit of role play in there. And so they're actually having a good time. So, but yeah, we're going to bounce over to Eric. Appreciate you guys if you would hang with us. In the meantime, just remember, in a world you can be anything you want. All we ask is that you be kind. Players, I'll talk to you on Discord in a second. See ya.
See ya.
Like,
Don't go nowhere yet, guys.
2-minute slots are.
Yep.
Yeah. 2-minute slots are very, very powerful.
A dime a dozen.
So,
A dime a dozen.
Lucian, do you want this rock? It'll bring you back to life.
I feel like you might need it more than I do.
I literally cannot.
What makes you think that?
So really quick, guys, everybody has PC portraits. If you guys could find a realistic looking portrait of your character, I know that Aderson, you had one originally when you were doing Biamba. So what I want to do, if you guys did not see, for my Savage Tide game, one of the players took all of the character art because all of my players for that game had realistic looking art, and he created a sort of a background screen that has all of them put into one, and then in the background it has one of the ships. So if you haven't looked in the general channel in a while, scroll up a little bit and you can see the screen grabs or the screen backgrounds that I created for that game based on the image that he created. I would like to do that for you guys. I would like to have a party picture, so to speak, a family portrait, and use it as backdrop for this game, utilizing realistic pictures of your character. So if you have that somewhere and you want to drop it to me in a DM, I will get those to him and he'll create one. And my thought was having Diamond Lake as the backdrop, so sort of standing on a hill with the mining town looking in the background.
Yeah.
I think
if you could put Deglin in the very, very background, like waving on top of a hill.
Yeah, there you go.
Hilarious.
Yep. But yeah, so I just thought that if you guys are up for it, if you're not, that's fine. But I love the look that the screen grab or the portrait came out. We got a couple different versions of it, and the one that I'm using is, to me, top notch. And so he did a lot of great AI work with that. So if you guys would like to do that, and you can get that to me, I'm going to create a backdrop. And I thought I could have him do a couple different backgrounds based on the point in the game that we're in, and then I can just update the background portrait as we go. So like the first one would be in Diamond Lake, and then another one would be another one, and then eventually where you guys are fighting gods or whatever the case may be. So yeah, so if you guys want to do that, I appreciate it. Again, if not, tell me you don't want to. If you don't mind, if you don't mind, I would take your picture and try to find one that kind of matches it. But I would rather you guys do it because I think you know what you would want your character to look like better than I.
Yeah.
So
I just had ChatGPT make one for me, and I threw it in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had one that I made last August 26th of last year. That's an Age of Worms.
That doesn't really
PC.
quite look
If you look
like
in there,
you, though.
it'll be in there.
Which one? Sorry.
What's that?
No, I was just saying
Oh.
Mulgar dropped one in there. I'm like, doesn't look like Mulgar, but I guess if Mulgar's getting into his feminine side, okay.
I'm working on it. I'm doing ChatGPT. I'm not good with it. I'll work on it.
Yeah, no.
Go to Age of Worms PC and scroll back to like August 26th of last year and see if that's what you need. Otherwise, I'll do another one.
Yeah, no, it's just whatever. Yeah, so there's one for Exior. That's a great one. That
Where
one
I
that
see it
maybe I
on
can
is that?
maybe
we're
I can
actually
save it and
so
here. I'll
if you
re-upload it.
yeah, if you go to Age of Worms PC, you can see and you scroll all the way back to way back when. Oh, so there's Bowman. Yeah, there's yours. Yeah, I see yours. Yeah. So kind of the same thing. There's the same one that you had, Mulgar, if you want to use that one. There's that same one that you provided to me.
That one where he
back
looks
on
old.
August 26th.
Yeah, if I can't make ChatGPT give me something better, I'll go with that one.
Okay. Yeah, and then like I said, Deglin already had his for it, and I can.
You still got that one?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
it's in the PC. Yeah, the old one that you've got there, Modred, where the old guy with the amethyst staff, absolutely. Yeah. So like I said, what we're going to try to do is, because if I guess if you could provide a picture that has the full view of them, like from head to toe, that way AI doesn't have to generate the lower half; it just goes with the picture. But if you can't, if you can't, I'll just go with what you got. It's like I said,
mine's I got a full view and I got a head view. The full view is that he's on horseback though.
Yeah, which again is I think is fine. I think AI can extract it off the horse and put them whenever you want. So if you so I don't have to scroll. If you guys wouldn't mind, and I know it's a pain in the dick, just post them in the Age of Worms. Dude, Mulgar, I don't know, man. You are killing me. That's all right. So just send it to me, either DM or post it in one of the chats, whichever you want to do. But when I collect them all, I'm going to send them to my guy and see what he can do with it, and see what we can come up with. But I'd appreciate it. Again, I was not expecting it, but when he posted it, I'm like, oh, I have got to make that my splash screen, and I love the splash screen so much, I made it all of my screens. So the start and end and all that. So.
All right. So do you have mine, or you want me to send it again?
Would you mind sending it again? I appreciate it.
Sure.
I might play with creating another one and put it up there too. But if I don't get it up, you can use the one I put up there apparently twice.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, cool. All right, y'all. Yeah, the more realistic, the better. But again, it's your picture, how you want it to look, and I think it'll be good. Sweet. All right, y'all. Well, that's all I had. I appreciate it, though.
No problem.
Cool.
See you next week.
See
Talk to
ya.
y'all later.
See you next week.
Be ready to roll those 20s.
Yeah, on skill checks mostly, but you know.
All right, y'all. We'll see you.
See you later.
is how age
How
works.
did you come? How do you reproduce?
She raises an eyebrow at you.
It's about to cut the black.
That is
here in a
very
minute.
Yeah. This is...
blunt of a question.
Oh, Lucian.
And
Lucian, when we
I
get to the
see
surface, I have a lot of things I need to teach you.
I understand the process, but I mean, in terms of, you say grandmother, I don't see any other beings here besides you and us.
Oh, there are many beings on this floor of the sanctum, including yourselves. But if you must know, perhaps we should get to know each other a little better. Can I get a persuasion check? And you're shooting for a 20 on this because you're trying to ask someone how do they breed.
You got a dog.
We practice artificial insemination through harvested sperm.
Oh, that's boring.
No, it's quite scientific and quite clean.
I assumed
Boring.
it was a mushroom thing where like you just grew from spores.
Man, my interest in this floor
where's
is
your other
rapidly
half?
declining.
Other half? There is no other half. We practice insemination from various celestial bodies. We have stores in stock for the next several generations.
Somewhere in this room is a shelf full of ancient sperm.
I mean, I imagine they can just get it when they need it.
So, what is your business within my laboratory, and could you please provide me details on how you defeated Experiment 47B?
We stabbed
we
it.
hit it, and we hit it until it stopped moving.
That's disappointing. It should have been quite effective against such fleshy creatures. I see your shirt is torn and your chest is wounded. Was that as a result of my pet?
No.
Well,
I mean, I have a way of attracting things that bite. Sorry, it's just so it wasn't just the human hat.
Interesting.
It's very strange. Everything wants to. Oh, my magnetic personality.
There are a lot of things you can't reverse. Gray hair used to be one of them. Now there's Just for Men Gray Reverse, a daily serum that tells your hair to start making color again, with best results in about 90 days. Get your color back.
Wanna buy your way? Wanna pre-qualify at the park? Woo! Wanna get that car? ASAP! Yeah, you wanna do it your
Wanna drive? CarMax.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Shake, shake.
Reason 1347? If he forgets to lock up, just say the word. One of many reasons to choose the Schlage Arrive Smart Wi-Fi Deadbolt.
The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell. You can't get just one. And no, that's not some marketing hyperbole about how much you'll obsess over the slow roasted chicken, crisp bacon, and avocado ranch sauce. They come in twos. You literally can't order just one. The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell.
A little organic almond milk. Delightfully simple, like a piece of modern art.
So simple, yet so profound.
Oh, that's good.
Califia organic almond milk with just almonds, water, and salt.
We don't need. What about? God, everyone's so transactional. We can't have just a nice conversation with the pretty lady first before, we go on to bribery or murder.
Shut up! You just want.
Dale's
like
not
pulling out
bribery.
right
They
here.
literally asked to be paid. Yeah, put that thing away. Nobody wants to see it.
I have no use for coins.
Just looks at it.
In fact, if you like the ones
Not
over on
bad.
the shelf, you're welcome to them. I have no use for them. They simply take up space. I can use the space for my test tubes.
Hold on,
Dale takes them.
Oh, you gain 430 gold.
Okay.
How about a sample of something.
Interesting. Such a sample would have to be valuable.
What about a tooth from something big and flappy and lizard-like?
Interesting. I'm listening.
Dig into my bag and pull out one of the dragon teeth.
Yeah, good call.
A dragon's tooth. Now, this is interesting. Is the root intact?
I believe so.
How intact
Tried
is
to
the
take as
root?
much as we could. We kind of just like beat the crap out of it. Let's see.
This
We go
tooth,
pretty well
1d100,
that's what I
please.
felt, sure. Yes.
How appealing is this tooth to her in trade? Not at all. Unfortunately, this is useless for me and my aims.
Can
You
I
have
go
more.
through my bag? Let's see. I do have more. Let me see how many more I have. I have 6, I believe.
Cool.
Hold on. This might take him a while.
I have
She
6.
brought
Yep.
us in.
So I'll look at the other 6, and
Cool.
I guess I'll roll 6 D1. I'll roll 5 D100s to see how the others are. 92 and a 93.
You have
at
2
the
that she
next.
would accept.
I will pull out the better looking one.
Very well. Ah.
What about this one?
This one still has the root intact. I will answer 5 questions in exchange for this tooth.
Yes! I love this game.
If you wish to trade the other tooth after the first 5 questions, I will gladly acquiesce.
Alright.
But
I suppose
I understand
first-
that
yes.
sometimes people like to discuss which questions they desire. You are safe here, as long as I am not threatened. The far door, I request that you do not enter unless we form a more amicable arrangement. But I will make my way around and continue my experiments while you discuss amongst yourselves.
I already have the first question, and I'm going to ask it before anyone stops me.
Me too.
No, we are looking for 3 people, 3 outsiders. A tall, skinny necromancer with a who's somewhat of a hipster.
His name is Thane.
Named Thane, an elvish woman with red hair named what was it? He's not asking her. He's asking the others behind him. What was it? It was Sarah
Her
Lith?
name is Sarah. Yes.
Yeah, Sarah. Red-haired elven woman named Saralith, and an old dwarf with white hair named Oz. Have you seen any of these 3 people?
Yes.
Let me rephrase it. Okay, that's 1.
Right. I suppose the second.
It's gonna be 4 more about where they are.
Which one?
Who have you seen, and where are they?
I've seen all 3.
That's 2 questions. And the next part of that, and where are they?
Not here.
No, that's that's not a real answer.
It is a real answer.
I call shenanigans.
Your
No, it's not.
shenanigans
It's
are
an purpose.
countered by the fact that I answered truthfully. The fact that you
Where are they
requested
currently
a
located?
stupid question is
Something like
your
that.
own idiocy.
No, it's specifically where are they?
Is that another question?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's another question. Specifically, where are they located right now?
She's gonna say if you say specifically not here, we're gonna murder you.
I do not know. Once they left the Sporist, I have no knowledge of their location. You cannot expect me to know everything that
phrasing
happens
implies
to
that
the
they were-
Sanctum of the Starfallen.
That phrasing implies that at least one of them was in a group, probably Thane and Saralith. So we can assume that Oz probably did go through at a different time. Then, obviously,
All right.
So there's also a chance that Thane is gathered Oz as a sample. And then I believe as well. Is there a portal down to one of the lower levels that you would be willing to give us access to?
I am unaware of one.
Oh.
If I did know, I would trade, or if you knew of one, I may be willing to trade an extra 5 questions. You know of such a portal?
To the lower levels?
I mean,
or any
it's one of
portal
your
hasn't
questions. You
answered
got
other
one
four
yet.
levels.
Ooh, I guess she
You
shouldn't
got
have
4
asked a
questions
stupid
left. You
question.
gotta use them wisely.
Yeah, she shouldn't have asked such a stupid question. Anyways,
If you tell me of a portal that leads off of this level of the Sanctum of the Starfallen, I will reward you greatly.
we'll
I'm
think
not
about
falling
it.
for that. I almost asked
I
what
don't
the
know.
reward was, but I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
going
not.
to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not impressing me with the stinginess of your answers.
Tell you what. We will,
Rock you.
in exchange for the information, as best as you can give, for finding these people, we will return and let you know the second that we find a portal on this floor.
Exactly what did you require of me? I'm sorry. That was very vague.
Give us the best information that you can on the whereabouts of the 3 persons. The best as you've tracked them, or any sort of hunch as to where they may have been taken.
Oh. Well.
And in return, the next portal we find, we will let you know.
And how will you let me know? Because I
Oh,
do
wow.
not believe that you would return. Such a risk is...
Why would we not?
Because the Sanctum of the Starfall is filled with criminals and liars and cheats. I pride myself. I pride myself. I pride myself.